right? I think I'm unmuted. Oh my lord. Good god, guys. I'm so sorry. Like I don't know what is going on right now. Like today's just been a bad day, you know? Like at first, so first of all, I'm sorry to everyone who was like I scheduled you, like I accidentally scheduled the stream this morning at like 9 a.m. by accident. And so I was like, oopsies. And then I scheduled it at 2 p.m., which is what I meant to schedule it at. And then the Wi-Fi at my place just like blew up. And so if you were here earlier in the day, I was streaming for like 30, 40 minutes and it was gone because people kept complaining about the lag. But I'm looking at OBS right now. It says there's no lag. I'm actually at a different place. All right, I'm at a different place, so it's a bit echoey in here, sadly. So yeah, to let me know if y'all are a bit annoyed by the echo, I'm gonna have to be a bit quieter because if I yell really loud, um, yes, I would be, it would be silly. But anyway, we're gonna do a bit of gaming later in the stream. We're going to maybe y'all can join in if you stalk my Roblox account enough. The Wi-Fi blew up. No, it's so fucking annoying, guys. I was like so pissed. Okay, first of all, I forgot to say this. Thank you so much for the gift, Sandra Elsie. I don't know what a sunshine is, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kime. I always appreciate you. First member in the channel. Thank you, Swig Swag. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Mimicry MRX. So I appreciate that. I'm hiding in the cave in the mountains. Netanyahu got my Wi-Fi. Now I'm in the caves. That's why it's so echoey. I'm in the bunker. I'm in the bunker with the Platner Siege people. I hate how Zoomers say Wi-Fi instead of internet connection. Is that like a Zoomer thing? I think that's just like how you normally say. That's how you normally say Wi-Fi, Like, I don't know. Is that a thing, guys? Or like the username George Habash. I concur. So if y'all caught me earlier in the stream, I did talk about the Israel Brian Gnome cosplay. So if this is your first time on the stream, guys, I do pull out my chest for super chats. So be sure to super chat. Why do I have a chest now? Guys, first of all, it's Pride Month. Second of all, I whip these out for super chats. So if y'all are not familiar to the for the physics lessons. See, Sandra gets it. Sandra gets it. She's the one who triggered it with her gifted Ruby. I don't know. No lag. I know. Isn't this awesome, guys? We are so fucking back. No lag. It's a bit echoey, but that's the only that's the only negative. No hamburger cosplay. You know, I do want to talk. Oh, glad I'm able to make it to the second stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I spent like so much time trying to figure out what the hell was going wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna pull these away and put them back on when more super chats start rolling in. But if you were here earlier in the stream, I was talking a little bit about the mega cope that Israelis were doing, the complete Israeli meltdown. Over the memorandum of understanding signed between the United States and Israel, and it is beautiful. Let me just say, I'm gonna read these again. So if you were here earlier in the last stream, I will be just briefly glossing over some of them again. So Biden, save us, Biden, save us, please. I love how like these mega Zionists like Netanyahu were cheering on the election of Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump like did their little war and then he got bored of it and then threw them all under the bus. Like that's the good thing about Donald Trump is like it is bad being Donald Trump's enemy. It's even worse being his friend because he'll just get bored and then like throw you to the wolves after like a month. And this is another great one. Trump says that without him, Israel wouldn't exist. I'll say it again. Habibi. I gotta say, guys, Israelis saying Habibi with like a pager emoji it's beautiful. Habibi, Israel was here before you, will remain after you, and will survive despite your betrayal. And then we have this beautiful context right here. It says Donald Trump is older than Israel. And then we have this one's great. Like I don't know what is going on with these Trumpy Zionists. They're just like, I don't recognize President Trump sometimes. They're doing the pick me, the thing that pick me people do. They're like, please stop. I don't recognize you. This isn't the Trump that I know. Stop fighting. And breaking up school fights. I'm like, girl, I don't recognize President Trump anymore. His tone, his way of words. Dude, like Donald Trump is literally the most like gibberish speaking person you've ever seen. Like, have you ever seen someone try to translate whatever Donald Trump is saying to like another language. Like so many people struggle because he legitimately just spits out word salad sometimes. For some degree, defends the number one sponsor of terror, the Islamic regime of Iran, while at the same time criticizing Israel for defending itself. I'm like, bro, Israel is not defending itself. It's literally invading Lebanon. That's what the memorandum of understanding was. And, you know, Israel literally launched this war with the United States by bombing a girls' school. What do you mean defending itself? What did bombing a girls' school have to do with defending itself? Thank you so much for the gift, Zactron. Clapping seal. I don't know what that is. I do not I do not know what these gifts are, but you know, I'll do a little physics lesson afterwards once I've done reviewing. This one is beautiful. Like Israeli Telegram chats are filled with this type of shit. Where it says, "We will join the Iranians' chants of death to America." This is beautiful. And then I love this one too, like the AI slop that Israelis are making, saying it's time for the AI Israelis to kick out the AI Americans. You know, that was the real problem. You know, Israel is suffering from an American occupied government. The Israelis need to kick out these Americans and finally pursue independence. You know what? I support this. Critical support to the Israelis who want to kick out the Americans. You know? You know, at least they're like hastening their own demise, right? I mean, like, what? Without American aid, Israel, frankly, would not exist, right? That's fucking awesome. Thank you, Kime, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Donald Trump, Jihad Donald. I know, he's so awesome. And then we have... This one is good. May his name and memory be erased. Trump, the greatest enemy of the Jews in the current generation. The greatest enemy of the Jews in the current generation. Oh, that's so good. That is that's so fucking good, guys. Oh man. Ugh. And then, you know, thank you, Jihad Donald. You know, he sent 300 billion to Iran. He's lifting sanctions. He has angered all the Israelis. he has made the Israelis mauled. You know, Jihad Donald, he has truly awakened the people. You know what? Let me pull up that clip right now. So first of all, let me say thank you, Kime, for the gifted memberships, and thank you for the, I think someone gave a ruby or gave a gift. I forget. I don't know what those gifts are. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know. Like should I do physics for like 10 minutes or should I do physics for like 5 minutes? I don't know. Let me look up. What is it? Debunking every. Me when I have to look up my own video. Debunking every Zionist argument ever. Mashallah, Comrade Trump. Thank you so much for the super chat, Avery. Yes, here it is. Here it is. This is, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen my old debunking every Zionist argument ever video. It has been like way too long. Let me pull up the clip, gamers. Okay. So.
I'm pro-genocide. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just draw up its fucking borders about where it is now.
Molestiny. This is really aged very well. You know, like, isn't he like have a criminal charge against him right now or some shit? He's battling charges right now.
In another place.
Okay, I don't know why my mouth is doing that. I'm just gonna hide my little VTuber thing for a little bit because I'm confused why it's doing that. These are good. You know, if I were to redo this one in the modern day, I would probably do like a Gnome Hamburger reference. I would do like a that IDF soldier hitting the door frame. The door frame is hummus. Oh, wow. This was really old. The hummus poll. Oh man, I wish we got more footage of this, guys. Like the only thing that's come close to this is the door frame one. Maybe I'll pull that up later and laugh.
May Allah awaken the people.
Yes, Comrade Trump. Salute, red salute.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
Yes, may Allah awaken the people. Yes, God. Jihad Donald. He is amazing. You know, I'm really glad this is aged very well. Although what I will say, guys, is I don't know if y'all have already seen the memorandum of understanding is already down the gutter. Because They can't stop invading Lebanon. Israel flat out cannot stop invading Lebanon. Thank you so much, Zach Tren, for the gift. I don't. What is that? Is that like a microphone? I'm a little confused what that is. But like they're doing the same thing where Donald Trump is like, I am so mad at Netanyahu right now for invading Lebanon. This guy sucks so much. Let me pull up the tweet. Is it on drop site? Let me find it on drop site. Um, I don't know if I can find it, but let me just pull this up. Like the memorandum of understanding is already down the gutter, guys. Like, the Strait of Hormuz is closed. The strait is closed again. Like that literally lasted like a day before like Netanyahu and all his cronies were just like, nope, we are not following this shit. It's great to see that to see America get punished. I mean, like, look, obviously this war isn't going to come to an end unless Israel gets a fucking leash around its neck. Unless the United States pulls the leash, and I don't think Donald Trump is gonna do it. We're gonna have a bajillion articles of like Donald Trump is so mad, he's molding at Netanyahu, but it's like, okay, well, unless he actually does anything about it, then nothing's gonna get done. It's like the same way they did that with Joe Brandon, with Joe Biden. Where they had a billion articles where like Joe Biden was like, Netanyahu, you're effed up, but like uncensored, and then and they like would be constantly beefing with Joe Biden. It's like, okay, this means nothing. This means nothing unless the United States is actually willing to stop Israel and like stop giving them shit and consider sanctions. But anyway, it is amazing, right? It is amazing to see complete Iranian victory. We're in the American century of humiliation. Hello, Parax. Hello, Volume. And you know what? Since I got a couple gifts, I redid this section just for people who are new coming in chat. Let me pull this out. Remember the Dark Brandon memes? Oh my God, MB. Do y'all remember the organizer memes guy where he did the meme lesson? I cannot. I cannot. I hate the fucking old Democratic memes. Like, they suck. Like, what was it? The coconut melon, the Kamala is brat type shit. What the hell? What, guys? Put the phone back in your right hand, okay? My eyes are up here. My little pie eyes are up here. Look up, okay? This is so deeply disliked. LaSalle enthusiast disliked. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. We love science lessons here. They're more like Pac-Man eyes. True. Okay. I'm doing a little jumping jacks, guys. Should I do jumping jacks on stream? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I'm doing jumping jacks on stream. This is what jumping jacks are like. Oh my God, this is awful. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm humiliating myself for gifts. I don't even know how much a gift is worth, or like whatever that was. But you know what? I do it for you. I do it for you, jumping jacks. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the physics of my jumping jacks. I'm actually moving for you guys. I've reported this video 10 times. Anyway, guys, please, okay? We are a political channel, okay? The Iron Law of Wages. We are a political channel. We do very serious political commentary. And you know what? I want to do some political commentary right now because I want to talk about this terrible Atlantic article. The Iron Law of Jiggle Physics. My eyes. So I want to talk about this terrible Atlantic article because, like, we are 3 years almost into a genocide. Like, we cannot put the genie back in the bottle, okay? Like, Palestine has become the litmus test for anti-imperialists and leftists the world over. Like, if you cannot hold your fucking stance on Palestine, like, you are not a serious person. And apparently there are still people in the mainstream media in the Atlantic who are still trying to make the case for why leftists should be against anti-Zionism, why leftists need to be Zionists or whatever. And what I will say about the Atlantic, right? This is an article from the Atlantic, is like the owner of the Atlantic literally was an associate with Ghislaine Maxwell. She is literally a friend of the Epsteins. So that's all I'm going to say about that before I start looking through this article in peace. So the title of this piece is called, let me let it load a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, the title of this piece is called The Left-Wing Case Against Anti-Zionism. Discrimination against Israelis qua Israelis and the quote-unquote Zionists who appear as their proxies is a moral wrong. What the fuck? The left wing case against anti-Zionism. What the fuck? First of all, I love the little philosophy language they're doing here. Israelis qua Israelis. Discriminating against Israelis for being Israelis. Like, you could have just said, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this pseudo-intellectual bullshit? Let me make sure there's nothing weird. All right, here we go. Here we go, right here. This is the first paragraph. In September 1948, a prosperous Jewish businessman in Iraq was publicly hanged in front of a cheering crowd of 12,000. The following day, close-up images of his broken body ran on the front page of Iraqi newspapers in a triumphant and gruesome spectacle that celebrated the punishment of a Zionist traitor. Iraq was losing the war that would create the state of Israel, a humiliation that challenged the fantasies of Arab unity and conquest. A military tribunal accused aides of selling arms to Israel, and he was convicted within days. The state determined that the execution would take place outside his own mansion in a public act of humiliation. Regardless of whether it was true that Aides was a Zionist, his murder was an act of anti-Zionist violence, driven by a violent hatred of Israel and anyone associated with it. For one, we've got to say, guys, I've got to say, 1948 and saying the war that would create the state of Israel, dude, that's the Nakba. Like, Israel was actively in the process of genocide and ethnic cleansing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It wasn't a war, it was an ethnic cleansing. And second of all, right, if we're talking about, Arab armies, in 1948, the Arab armies only intervened after the Zionists came in and started ethnically cleansing Palestinians, okay? This wasn't a war of aggression from the Arab armies. It was a war of defense of Palestinians who were being massacred and cleansed from their village. Like, what the fuck is this? And like I love how it's like and during this whole genocide, during this whole episode of 1948 ethnic cleansing, during the Nakba, the real victim of the Nakba was actually this random Jewish guy in Iraq who was arming the genocidal Zionist armies and paramilitary forces. This was the real victim of the Nakba. Think of the poor Iraqi Jewish collaborators. It's like, look, okay, it doesn't matter that this guy was Jewish or not, okay? Anyone who is arming an entity that is actively ethnically cleansing and genociding peoples actually does deserve to be tried and, punished accordingly. Like, what the fuck is this? The real victim of the Nakba was this random Jewish collaborator in Iraq that helped give funds and arms to the Zionist paramilitaries. Like, what the fuck, man? This is like Ethan Klein bullshit. The flight or expulsion of 850,000 Jews from countries across the Middle East is a story that still too often rests in silence. But even when it is told, the ideology that caused it is seldom named. The displacement of so many Jews from their ancient home becomes the kind of tit for tat, a balancing act of victimhood against the hundreds of thousands of Palestinian refugees who fled or were expelled during Israel's War of Independence. I love this. They're doing the fucking double Nakba theory, guys. They're doing the fucking double Nakba. It's like, actually, it's okay for it's okay for Zionists to have expelled all the Palestinians because actually Jewish people were expelled across the Middle East. It's basically the same thing. The fact that accusations of Zionism were what legitimized anti-Jewish violence, whether during the Tripoli pogroms of 1945, 1948, and 1967, 1947 pogroms in Aleppo, Syria, and synagogue bombings in Damascus and Aleppo in 1949, or the expulsion of Egyptian Jews in 1956 by Nasser, drops out of the calculus. My thing, and what these Zionists fail to understand, right, is first of all, right, before Israel came on the scene, before the Zionists established Israel and then kicked out and ethnically cleansed Palestinians and stole their land, became an entity that usurped, the Palestinians' rightful homeland, right? Jewish people lived in relative peace in the Middle East, okay? Like, anti-Semitism, the violent pogroms of Europe, like, that was a European phenomenon, okay? Like, pogroms where you would violently assault and murder Jewish people, that was Europeans, in the Arab world. Jewish people were allowed to live in relative peace and harmony. Yes, they were taxed. They had a little jizya tax that they had to pay. But, beyond that, they were not subject to the same violent persecution that they were in Europe, right? And, like, that's the thing as well. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, yeah, there's so much anti-Jewish violence. Like, well, this came in response to Israel saying, we are a Jewish state. We represent Jews everywhere. And then the Arab populations being like, oh, shit, this was a violent reaction to the active ethnic cleansing that Israel was doing. And keep in mind, by the way, a lot of these countries, Palestinian refugees were fleeing to countries like Syria. They were fleeing to countries like Egypt. And people could hear stories from Palestinians themselves saying, yeah, we were kicked out of our home yeah, we were ethnically cleansed from our homeland. You know, obviously, people who hear these stories of violence from the, Nakba would obviously be very pissed. You know, this isn't to say that anti-Jewish violence was legitimate, but it was a natural, inevitable reaction to a Jewish state cropping up and stealing land, committing genocide. Okay. And second of all, they love, like, first of all, Nakba has not been mentioned once in this article. Okay. The Nakba has only been mentioned or alluded to in terms of like the double Nakba theory, where it's like, well, actually, Palestinians may have been ethnically cleansed, but so were Jewish people from the Middle East. And obviously, that's complete bullshit. Like, I've covered it extensively in my debunking every anti-Zionism argument ever video. Here, let me play it right here. This is a Nakba denial. In this video, I am covering different Zionist arguments, and this is my section on denial of the Nakba, the 1948 ethnic cleansing of Palestinians that established the state of Israel. I forgot how much of a banger the the title slides were.
Israel was founded on the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians in 1947 to 48, which displaced around 750,000 of them in the Nakba, or catastrophe. The fact that Zionists ethnically cleanse Palestinians is a bit inconvenient for their narrative, so they do their best to find excuses for what they did. A common historical argument is that actually the Palestinians voluntarily left because Arab leaders told them to. They would leave, the Arab leaders would invade, kick out the Israelis, and then the Palestinians would return. The problem is, there's no evidence for any of this. Source? I made it up.
Source, I made it up. This is so funny. This crackpot theory that the Arab armies would invade in 48 and they told the Palestinians to leave, like, that has been debunked even by Zionist historians. Like, not even Benny Morris supports this like crackpot argument from like the most right-wing Zionists. Like, there's no historical evidence that Palestinians were told to leave in 48.
Palestinians would return. The problem is, there's no evidence for any of this. Source? I made it up. So, the Zionists aren't off to a good start here. But okay, what if the Palestinians weren't ethnically cleansed, but actually just fleeing a war? I mean, the Israeli War of Independence involved a brave Zionist military fighting off 7 Arab armies. This too is a myth. The first stage of the Nakba occurred before the intervention of Arab armies, starting on November 30th, 1947, with about 300,000 Palestinians displaced from massacres and devastation wrought by Zionist forces against Palestinian cities.
Like, that's the thing as well. The Nakba happened in 2 stages, right? This quote-unquote Israeli War of Independence happened in 2 stages. First, the Palestinians were ethnically cleansed. Then, Arab armies intervened afterwards.
The Arab armies, of which there were really only 5 mostly poorly equipped forces, intervened only after news of these initial massacres. After they were defeated, another 400,000 Palestinians were expelled. So even before the Arab armies waged war, the Zionists were already ethnically cleansing Palestinians. Okay, so they weren't told to leave by their leaders or were refugees of war, but what if they actually deserved it? The final and
This is the double Nakba theory.
The most desperate argument Zionists tried to make is that the Nakba was a retaliatory ethnic cleansing. See, the Arab countries ethnically cleansed Jews around the same time, so it's only fair the Zionists ethnically cleanse Palestinians. So there's a few things wrong with this logic. First, Palestinians are not Egyptians, Syrians, or any other Arab country. They had nothing to do with Jewish expulsions in these countries, and in fact called for their return. Second, Jewish expulsions and flights from Arab countries occurred over many decades and were in fact stoked by Israel.
Like, that's the problem with like this idea that, oh yeah, the actually Jewish people were expelled too from the Middle East. It's like, first of all, the 2 expulsions do not make it right. And second of all, these weren't even like complete expulsions in the same way the Nakba was. Like, in 1948, you had Jewish paramilitary organizations and armed goons just go up to Palestinian villages and tell them, leave or we're going to fucking murder you. Okay, compare that to the quote-unquote displacement of Jewish people in the Middle East. It took decades for that to happen. This was a migration that occurred over decades, and it occurred often at the behests of Zionists themselves, right? I talk about it in the video, but like, a lot of Zionists wanted to manufacture a Jewish demographic majority in Israel, and to manufacture that demographic majority, they had to engage in very underhanded means to import Jewish populations from Arab countries and from Muslim countries. And so I go over this article from Middle East Eye, the truth behind Israeli propaganda on the expulsion of Arab Jews. I'm just gonna let the video play.
In Yemen, Israel bribed and convinced local rulers to deport Jews to Israel, sometimes even kidnapping their children. Moroccan Jews were kidnapped by force in a deal between French colonial authorities and the Jewish Agency. In Iraq, the Mossad launched false flags to terrorize Iraqi Jews into leaving the country. Israel ethnically cleansed Palestinians and then stoked the expulsion of Jews from surrounding countries to build up its Jewish ethno-state. This was not a tit-for-tat situation where one group expelled the other, but one long continuous project of Zionist ethnic supremacy.
Like, that's exactly the thing. right? Like a lot of these groups were expelled or, kicked out or migrated to Israel at the behest of Israel. Okay, these weren't anti-Zionist expulsions. This was a Zionist way of building up the Jewish demographic majority within Israel. Like, so this idea that they're equal, like, well, the anti-Zionists got their ethnic cleansing and the Zionists got their ethnic cleansing, so it's even, it's tit for tat. It's like, no, it's not tit for tat. Both of these projects, the movement of Jewish people from the Middle East into Israel was a effort coordinated by Zionists in all these countries. They would kidnap Jewish children. Even when these countries wanted to keep their Jews in their borders, right? Israel would come in and try to stoke fears. They would bomb and terrorize, Iraqi Jews so that they would flee the country because they weren't safe in Iraq, and so they had to be in the Jewish state to be safe in Israel. Like this whole nonsense of double knock it's a lie, it's a fucking lie. And it's really pathetic because like really, like what we're doing left-wing double Nakba theory now, like it's the left-wing case for double Nakba theory. Like, good lord. Sorry guys, I'm a little burpy. How can it be that an ideology that has produced repeated acts of discrimination, dispossession, and violence now bears the mantle of progressivism in the West and has been normalized within the Democratic Party? Like Stalinism or the Khmer Rouge, anti-Zionism represents a wrong turn for the left. Oh my god, like Stalinism or the Khmer Rouge. I love this. This is so amazing. Like, first of all, an ideology that has produced discrimination, dispossession, and violence. Bitch, you're describing Zionism. That's literally fucking Zionism. Like, what do you mean? An ideology that has discrimination, dispossession, and violence. That is literally like what else is Israel doing to the Palestinians other than discrimination, dispossession, and violence? And genocide, may I add. Anti-Zionism claims to be concerned with the rights of minorities, opposed to racism and universal justice. In truth, though, it has appropriated the language of anti-colonial liberation to justify oppression, transformed anti-racism into a racist accusation, and turned hatred of Israel into a global ritual. First of all, yes, you know what? Like, I just want the an edit, an edit of the Palestinian resistance right now. Yes, please do turn hatred of Israel into a global ritual. I support that 100%. But second of all, appropriate the language of anti-colonial liberation. Like, Israel is literally a settler colonial state. What do you mean appropriated? It is literally doing colonization, and the Palestinian resistance is quite literally an anti-colonial national liberation movement. Like, what are we talking about, man? Transform, and they're doing, what is this? Transformed anti-racism into a racist accusation. Like, what? Don't kill children is racist now? Telling Zionists not to kill children is apparently racist, and not to do genocide against like women and children. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Anti-Zionism has hijacked the left, and it did so through exploiting the left's tendency towards internationalism and its skepticism of nation-states. It transformed Jewish peoplehood into a crime and charged the Jewish difference amounted to a claim of supremacy, even as it demanded that a persecuted minority submit to the dominance of the majority. Yet the public reckoning with anti-Zionism still awaits its moment. What is this? What is it? Charge that Jewish difference amounted to a claim of supremacy? Like, dude, what do you describe? Like, Israel is literally a Jewish supremacist state. Like, if you are not Jewish in Israel, you are denied rights that Jewish people have. Like, for example, you cannot buy land. Like, 90% of land in Israel is, like, barred from you if you are not a Jewish person. Like, Jewish people, if you are born a Jewish person anywhere in the world, you have the right of return to visit Israel, get a free little birthright trip. But if you are a Palestinian who was ethnically cleansed in 1948 or any other time in 67, you still do not have that right of return. Right? So random Jewish people who are like born in America have more of a right to visit Israel and have a birthright trip than Palestinians whose grandmothers were like expelled from their ancestral homes. Like, what is this? It is supremacy. Like, what? Like, oh yeah, Jewish people are just different. They just like randomly happen to be able to buy 90% of the land in Israel. They just randomly happen to live and steal all the best homes. It's just a claim of difference, not of supremacy. What the fuck is this? This is amazing. I am a Jew who supports women's rights, gay rights, and trans rights, and who believes that climate change will pose a major challenge to human society. Oh, brother. Here we have, like, what? He's doing everything. He's doing, like, what? Pink washing. He's doing, like, what? Women, like, what do you call it when you pink wash, but for feminism? I forget. Is that also pink washing? He's doing green washing. Like, bro is, like, speed running every single type of washing for Zionism. Virtue signal ass. Opposing anti-Zionism. This is beautiful. Opposing anti-Zionism is similarly a natural extension of my concern for truth and equality. My brother and what? Truth and equality, yes. Opposing the people who oppose genocide is somehow about truth and equality. If the Democratic Party wants to maintain an authentic commitment to human rights, bro, a Zionist is really talking about human rights. It must oppose the movement that seeks the elimination of Israel and the purging from civil society of those marked as Zionists. Like, wow, yes, the movement that wants to eliminate a state that is currently committing genocide and, making people who support that genocidal state a social pariah. Like, good lord. This is amazing. This is probably my favorite part of the article because like it is the most nonsensical history of the relationship between the Soviet Union and Israel, right? Like there's a very awkward history between the Soviets and Israel. Like in 1948, the Soviet Union very infamously gave Jewish paramilitary organizations weapons through Czechoslovakia, right? Like in the first few years of its existence, the Soviet Union was, thought Israel could have been an ally in the socialist bloc. And then eventually, of course, it turned against Israel and became a more strongly tied to Palestinian liberation. But like, what's very funny is like that's a fact that basically everyone knows. But this article is just trying to say that anti-Zionism is Bolshevism now. And like it completely glosses over that awkward moment in time when the Soviet Union was actually aligned with Israel. So it says, decades before the creation of the State of Israel, Vladimir Lenin laid the groundwork for anti-Zionism. I will say, if every anti-Zionist were a Leninist, I think we would be in a good spot. Like you're really gonna say all of anti-Zionism comes from Vladimir Lenin? He just like birthed anti-Zionism. In his early 20th century polemics, Lenin cast Zionism, the movement to found a Jewish state, as a form of bourgeois nationalism, a scheme by privileged Jews to divide the working class. Either Jews should dissolve into the universal proletarian movement, he argued, or expect to be marked as class enemies. Jewish national culture is the slogan of the rabbis and the bourgeoisie, the slogan of our enemies, he wrote. After the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917, the Jewish section of the Communist Party would systematically dismantle Jewish life as synagogues and the Hebrew language itself were branded as Zionist. Oh my god, wow, I can't believe this. Like, if Lenin actually, like, if this was the policy for the Soviet Union throughout the entirety of Israel's existence, I would have nothing critical to say about the Soviets. Once Israel was created, the Marxist-Leninist ideology that cast Zionism as bourgeois nationalism flowed into a more developed propaganda apparatus, which coded Israel as the center of Western imperialism, while elevating other nationalisms as virtuous expressions of opposition to capitalist power. First of all, lots of things wrong here. Like, once Israel was created, like, once again, the Soviet Union actually awkwardly did play a role in, the 1948 ethnic cleansing of Palestinians. Like, it armed Jewish paramilitary groups. Like, the Soviet Union, once again, was friendly to Israel in the first few years of its existence, okay? Like, like, why are we pretending, like, the USSR was always anti-Israel? Like, I would have liked that to be true. I would think would be actually really great for the USSR not to have made the mistake of ever supporting Israel. But like, why are we just like denying basic reality here? Like, I don't know, like this, like so much for truth and equality, right? Like, what do they say? I'm committed to Zionism because I believe in truth and equality, like what, human rights, fucking truth and equality. But like, bros just lying about the history of the relationship between the USSR and Israel. And second of all, coded Israel as the center of Western imperialism while elevating other nationalisms. Okay, first of all, there's a difference between the nationalism of oppressed peoples and the nationalism of an occupying peoples. Okay, American nationalism is reactionary because it is the global hegemon, right? When you are an American nationalist, you are supporting the hegemony and oppression that America is perpetrating on the rest of the world. If you are, for example, a Palestinian nationalist, you are against the occupation, you are against the stealing of your land, you are against a foreign entity usurping your land, right? It is Palestinian nationalism, the nationalism of third world liberation movements, is inherently revolutionary because it is opposed to that imperialism. While, in Israeli nationalism is imperialism, okay? Like, what, you're really saying Ben Gvir is like somehow this based third worldist national liberation guy? Like, what? Oh my god, wait, guys. Is this person really gonna argue that like the fucking Israeli tweaking out, like is this this is the expression of Israeli nationalism, right? Israeli nationalists kicking out the Americans. I support Israeli independence against the American occupied government of Netanyahu. Like, what the fuck is this? Fucking ridiculous. I love this shit. Let's see. A new definition of Jews emerged, inverting the classical anti-Semitic claim that Jews were non-European race polluters to charge instead that Zionists were European colonizers. Dude, that's literally what they were. They saw themselves as European colonizers. Like, you read the earliest Zionists, like, in their letters, they say, we want to bring European civilization to, you know, Palestine, to the Middle East. Like, they are literally describing themselves as colonizers in these letters. Like, what are we doing here? As the 1956 Suez Crisis helped crystallize an alliance between Arab nationalists and the Soviet Union, this anti-Zionist ideology took root in the Middle East. You know, like, it doesn't have to do with the Soviet Union. Like, once again, the Soviet Union weren't the best allies of Palestine at times. You know, they were much more focused on other theaters. But, like, the Soviet Union isn't the reason anti-Zionism took root in the Middle East. It was because Israel is a piece of shit that ethnically cleansed a shit ton of Palestinians who spread stories about how Jewish paramilitary groups by the gun, kicked them out of their homes. And, you know, people were deeply, deeply upset at seeing, you know, their neighbors get ethnically cleansed. And yeah, anti-Zionism naturally took hold in reaction to the fucking ethnic cleansing of the Nakba. Okay, like there was no grand conspiracy by the Soviet Union and Lenin to somehow instill anti-Zionism in the Middle East. You know, I think the people of the Middle East saw what Israel was doing. They're like, wow, if Israel is Zionist, I am anti-Zionist because shit is fucking awful. This shit is evil and terrible, and ethnic cleansing is wrong. You know? In 1965, oh my god, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. Let's just say this. Zionist colonialism in Palestine was published. An ahistorical argument that Jews are not truly from the land of Israel, but an alien people. Jewish indigeneity is but a settler fabrication, he charged. A 19th century construct in which biblical fundamentalists invented the notion that Jews see the land of Israel as their origin and destiny. In his work and those of his followers, Jewish history and belonging were erased. The truth of Jewish life made to dissolve in the face of a political project cast. Elimination as justice. One, you know, like I think there's a lot of very interesting evidence. Like Shlomo Sand actually has written, I think, a very good book called The Invention of Jewish People that targets this myth specifically. But regardless of whether or not Jewish people, you know, they actually like are in descendants of ancient Israelites, that doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if your ancestors were from the land of Palestine 3,000 years ago. You do not have a right to go to that land and then ethnically cleanse and genocide the people who live there. Like what the fuck are we doing here, man? Like, it doesn't matter Jewish indigeneity. Instead of all, they're bastardizing the word indigeneity. Okay? Let's see. Is it me or is the stream quiet? Okay, I'm going to increase the volume. Let me know if it's too loud, guys. Let me know if it's too loud. I'm also in a different room so it's going to be a bit echoey, sadly. I'm so sorry, everyone. Literal ethno-nationals. But anyway, so hopefully it's a little louder. Let me know if it's peaking a little bit. I'll be monitoring the chat. But anyway, like, it doesn't matter if your ancestors came from a place 3,000 years ago. That doesn't give you the right to go there and steal people's land there. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm just gonna skip over this shit because it's like, once again, it's the same old, tired Zionist arguments, but packaged for like a woke, liberal Zionist audience, right? It's packaged for a woke, liberal Zionist audience. It's like, no one's buying this, dude. Like, we are 3 years into a genocide. Why are we still perpetrating the same Zionist lies of the double Nakba? We're still lying about, you know, fucking Jewish indigeneity as if that fucking matters when it comes to genocide or ethnic cleansing. We're still lying about the fucking, like, Soviet Union. Like, we're doing red baiting now. Like, we're just fucking red baiting anti-Zionism. All anti-Zionists are communists. Okay. According to this guy. Like, what the fuck is this, man? Let's see. Discussions of whether anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism obscure the fact that anti-Zionism, as it actually exists, remains genocidal in intent, demanding the erasure of a national group that is protected under international law. What the fuck? Dude. Anti-Zionism is genocidal. Meanwhile, the actual only existing Zionist Israeli Jewish state is actually committing genocide. Like, I'm sorry, which fucking state right now is committing a genocide in the name of Jewish supremacy? And now we're acting like anti-Semitism is somehow the issue here? Like, what the fuck? This is, like, discrimination against Israelis, qua Israelis, and the Zionists who appear as their proxies is a moral wrong. Wow, wow, wow. Discriminating against the people who are currently committing a genocide is actually the real genocide. Guys, have you considered the real genocide was sending mean tweets to Zionists online? The real genocide was criticizing the genocidal state for committing genocide. I've got Zionist fatigue, bro. Like, dude, liberal Zionist fatigue. Like, this is liberal Zionism 101. I am so fucking tired of this shit. The left's internationalism, once the calling card of progress, has hardened into hostility to Israel across academia, NGOs, mainstream media outlets, and the United Nations. Good. The constant accusations that circulate across these networks of authorities are not normal critiques of a state, but claims that cast Israel into the exemplar of the three great sins of the post-war international order: colonialism, apartheid, and genocide. A rogue state said to violate the very fabric of the world. It is, and it's good that it's becoming an international pariah. The progressive cause against anti-Zionism recognizes the freedom of Israelis to choose the nature of society they want to live under. I was like it comes down ultimately to the freedom of Israelis. What about the freedom of Palestinians? Like, so Palestinians don't get any choice about the society they get to live under. They just have to live under an apartheid regime that deprives them of their land, that deprives them of their home, of dignity, of fucking being able to live a normal life because bombs are falling on their head and they're going through an ongoing genocide. Like, no, the real freedom that matters is those of Israelis. Liberal Zionist brain rot. It recognized that Israel may be becoming more like other Middle Eastern countries, that its increased religiosity in recent years is partially driven by Mizrahi segment of its population and those expelled from other countries in the region, and it seeks to extend to Israel the same allowance that progressives extend to other nations in the region, acknowledgement that societies can differ from secular Western ideals. One, this is really hilarious that they are blaming the Mizrahi for increased religiosity. Like, dude, what the fuck? Let's see. Since the Six-Day War in 1967, which resulted in the emergence of the Messianic Gush Emunum movement and the planning of settlements in the West Bank, changes within Israeli society have alienated many American Jews as well as secular left-wing Israelis. Religiosity and nationalism have fused, displacing cosmopolitanism. The language of leftist universalism now seems ever more remote from Israel's reality. I love how, like, it's the fact that, like, they only talk about the settlements, not the genocide. Like, what? That's those two come part and parcel together as part of the Zionist project, okay? Like, the settlements aren't just a little awkward hiccup to like an otherwise good Israeli project. They are part and parcel of the expansionist settler colonial logic within Israel itself. But the left must adhere to its own standards, irrespective of changes within Israel. It needs to acknowledge the it needs to acknowledge the harms caused by anti-Zionism, the forced exodus of Mizrahi Jews across the Middle East, the cultural erasure of Jews under the Soviet Union, and the anti-Jewish violence and purging happening in the West today. It needs to address them. First of all, once again, this did not happen, okay? There was no forced exodus, okay? Israel coerced a lot of these countries and a lot of the Jewish populations themselves to come to Israel to build up their Jewish demographic majority, okay? There was no double Nakba. I heavily debunked that earlier. Cultural erasure of Jews under the Soviet Union. Like, what? Wasn't it under Stalin that anti-Semitism was, like, deemed illegal? And like what, punishable by like very severe, I forgot what exactly Stalin said about anti-Semitism, but like, be so fucking for real. And then the anti-Jewish violence and purging happening in the West today. Citation needed. Like, name one. Like, why are we pearl clutching about anti-Jewish violence and purging when there's like an actual genocide happening in Palestine in the name of Jewish supremacy? Like, what is this? Like, the real freedom in Palestine that needs to be discussed is the freedom of Israelis to choose their own society. Like, be so fucking for real. Like, this may have been able to convince a bunch of dumbasses before October 7th, but like, we are 3 years into a genocide. Liberal Zionism is flailing, okay? They're just repeating the same old tired talking points that I debunked literally, like, what, a year ago now? Like, almost a year ago? Like, there's nothing new under the sun here, okay? They're trying to put the genie back in the bottle, but it is out, okay? Left wing, like the left, internationally will never support Israel. You know, nothing about this is leftist. It's liberal fucking Zionism. And people will hopefully get tired of liberal Zionism and dump them, okay? Like, liberal Zionists are Zionists, and they need to be just as equally socially ostracized as the hard right-wingers of Ben Gvir, okay? Like, at least Ben Gvir, when Ben Gvir is a racist piece of shit who's saying that like 1,000 Lebanese mothers must weep for every Israeli mother, at least he's being open about his genocidal intent. You know, liberal Zionists will be like, actually, this doesn't represent us. Israel isn't a genocidal state. It's actually super special. We're just small beans. Like, no. Okay, liberal Zionists are just worse than this because they hide the same exact substance of this under like this idea that Israel is somehow woke and somehow, you know, pro-Western values or whatever. Like, be so fucking for real, okay? Like, Ben Gvir is the face of Israeli society. He's the face of Zionism. He is what Zionists would say and if they didn't have to worry about, like, the public backlash. You know? But anyway, I think that's enough of that of that article because, you know, I was getting tired of yapping about it because, like, it's like, we all know this shit's bullshit. You know, it's like, wow, poor like Jewish people who are somehow oppressed while also doing a genocide. You know, like, the complete fucking Zionist bullshit. And by the way, guys, it's crazy. You would be like, oh, this was published like what, a few years ago, right? Guys, no, this shit, literally, this shit was published like 2 days ago. It was literally published a few days ago. Like, why are liberal Zionists still acting like anyone's buying their bullshit? Like, dude, no one's eaten, no one's taken it. Okay, zero people are actually convinced by this shit anymore, man. Like, you are way too late. You are way too fucking late to be making these arguments. But anyway, let me see if there's any thing in chat that I missed. So shout out to members in chat. I see Marcus, Ryan, Wiggum. I see Avery. Let me see what else people are talking about. Mimicry. You drink too much soda. Seriously. Actually, I'm not drinking soda this time, guys. I'm drinking water. You know, rage bait. Thoughts on Aru and Nanao? I'm not sure. I don't know about that. What are your thoughts on the Doctor's plot in the USSR? Was it unjustifiable action? It is framed as. I don't know. The death of Stalin is just such a weird event. Honestly, I need to read more like what historians have to say. It's such a weird event. You know, like in general, like the Soviet Union around the time of Stalin's death, it's weird. I don't know how else to describe it. Big SSS, have you seen that IOS soldier responsible for the death of Hind was killed in the last Hezbollah attacks? Yes, I did. Oh my god. You know, like I can't say stuff on YouTube. I'm not allowed to say particular things on YouTube, but I will say, you know, pack watch. Fucking pack watch. No, like that's my thing as well. It's like, look, if we are actually concerned about like stopping the genocide, maybe like we should actually, you know, not condemn the people who are actively materially fighting the genocide, you know, in Lebanon and in Palestine. You know, like that's like the bare minimum. I like cheese, just don't put it on a gnome hamburger. No, it's so, you know, I will say, like I am doing my next video on Hezbollah actually. It is such an interesting organization. Like I am really interested in it. It's gonna be a bit short, honestly. It's maybe gonna be like 20 minutes, but you know, I'm like I should do like a whole series on the axis of resistance. You know, like maybe I'll do one on like the next one will be on Hezbollah. Maybe I should do one on Iran or like something like Ansar Allah potentially. I don't know anything about Ansar Allah, but we'll see. But anyway, I am going to get back to the stream because this is gonna be fun. Opinion on people blatantly blaming Jews who aren't Zionist. My thing is, I think those are people who are a minority, right? Like most people who are anti-Zionists know that like anti-Zionism doesn't represent all Jewish people. Like that's a thing that's been hammered into everyone's head. Oh, anti-Zionism or Zionism doesn't represent Judaism. Zionism doesn't represent Judaism. Like everyone fucking knows that, right? And like the only reason people call out like the occasional weirdo who says all Zionists are Jews actually is because it's like, you know, they want to somehow spread this idea that, you know, there's some crisis of anti-Semitism. You know, like left-wing anti-Semitism is incredibly rare. I've like never actually seen it in like actual IRL organizing. Okay, like it does not exist in any meaningful way outside online spaces. You know, like there's no such thing as left-wing anti-Zionism or left-wing anti-Semitism. Like be so fucking for real. You know, like obviously there's like the occasional Nazi, but like they do not really exist in anti-Zionist spaces that are like organizing against the genocide. It's all right-wing grifters. Yeah, a lot of it is right-wing grifters. Although, you know, like what's really funny is like people keep acting like the right-wing critics of Israel are like somehow secretly anti-Semitic or whatever. And it's like, dude, like Tucker Carlson, bro is like a Israel glazer. Like Tucker Carlson, whenever he talks about Israel, he's just like, yeah, you know, like I love Israel. I want what's best for Israel. You know, Israel is awesome, but like I have my critiques and I think it's like dragging US imperialism down. And it's like, dude, like Tucker Carlson is not like a super secret anti-Semite, okay? Like maybe Candace Owens is, because Candace Owens is a bit out there in terms of like the right-wing critics of Israel. But like I do not think Tucker Carlson is like secretly like a hater of Jewish people. If anything, he's a philo-Semite, honestly. Like he is a deep glazer of like fucking Israel and Jewish supremacy. But anyway, I am going to talk a little bit about Black Hammer, W Shia Crescent. It has been fun to, so let me take a break from Black Hammer. It has been interesting to learn more about Shia Islam, honestly. Like doing my research on Hezbollah, it's been, you know, very interesting because Lebanon has such weird politics, guys. I don't know if anyone here is very well versed on Black Hammer. Yes, Black Hammer was funny as fuck. We're gonna go look at some of the most unhinged clips they have and screenshots. But like Lebanon is such an interesting country because like what they have the Maronite Christians, they have the Sunni Muslims, and then they have the Shia, and like it really has been the Shia who have been the mantle of the resistance against Zionist occupation, right? Like the Christians haven't really done shit, but like it's been mostly like the Shia. Although to be fair, it could be like a geographical thing. Like they are based heavily in southern Lebanon, and so they faced most of the brunt of the occupation when Israel was around. But still, and what's interesting about the Lebanese resistance to Hezbollah is like it is very much multi-confessional in terms of like the creed it pronounces. Like Hezbollah isn't focused on like sectarianism in the same way a lot of other Lebanese politics is. It's very much focused on like this idea of resistance. Like it doesn't matter what your religion, what your confession is, as long as you're resisting Israel, you have a space in our identity and our social fabric, right? And so like Hezbollah has a bunch of social services that they offer to Christians. They don't discriminate. Their hospitals, their schools, they don't discriminate based on religion. They allow anyone in. And it's such an interesting view of Lebanese society, so that I gotta appreciate that about the Lebanese resistance. I've been reading a lot up on a lot of scholarship, and they have such a interesting view of how Lebanese nationalism should work in a way that I think is very refreshing for a society that often is bound up in confessionalist identities. But I'm going to talk about that more. I'm going to talk about that more in my main channel video where I actually have a script and sources and stuff instead of just riffing here on live. So I'm going to talk now about a section. Yeah, I don't think any of them are hiding anything. Shia Muslims tend to be minorities, plus Gulf nation government's not telling Shias. Yeah, that's another thing as well. I believe we're like 10% of Muslims worldwide are Shia. See, Christians are mostly busy partying in the north to care. I've seen videos about them saying all I want to do is drink beer in Tel Aviv. Oh, brother. Oh my God. Wait. Actually, I do want to talk about this. So before I get to Black Hammer, I'm so sorry I'm edging y'all for Black Hammer, but I just want to rant really quickly about one of my IRL. Someone I know IRL, okay? And this pissed me off, guys. This was infuriating. Like so just unprompted. Like I'm not gonna say who this person is. This is just someone I know in real life, in my personal life. And so they posted this unhinged shit on their story, and I want y'all's take on this because I was so fucking mad. Like I was fucking furious at this shit. Where is it? Where is it? Fuck, I can't find the story. Damn it. No, okay. So it was basically someone I know from college who was like, I am going to Tel Aviv. I am going to Israel for birthright because I want to be closer to my Jewish identity. And also, I know that Israel is committing a genocide. I know that Netanyahu is a war criminal. I know that Palestinians are victimized under a system of apartheid. But I am smarter than birthright. He was like, I am smarter than the birthright tours. So I am going to go to Israel because I am smarter than them. And despite the fact that I acknowledge that they're committing a genocide. And also, like getting a free flight to Tel Aviv is actually really convenient for my European backpacking trip. It's cheaper to fly from Tel Aviv to Europe than it is to fly from the United States to Europe. So actually, since it's cheaper for me and since I'm outsmarting the birthright organizers, I am going to go on birthright. And I'm just like, oh my fucking God. Like I unfollowed him immediately, blocked. Like this has been a thing too. Like I know multiple people who have gone on birthright. Like in the last year or so. And it's like, dude, we've had 2 years of genocide, almost 3 years of a genocide, and you're still taking trips to the fucking Nazi state that's committing a Holocaust? Like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then the worst part about this, like, he posted it on his story like an official announcement. And what I will say is, like, bro went there the same time Iran started launching missiles at Tel Aviv or like at fucking Israel, and I'm like, it's kind of karma. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man? He's gonna outsmart. Bro is gonna outsmart the birthright organizers and bring his little notebook. He's gonna go to Israel and he's gonna be like, yes, indeed, yes, they do seem to be committing a genocide against Palestinians. Anyway, thank you so much. Here's my tax dollars, Netanyahu, on all the tourism money I'm gonna spend in Israel that goes directly to genocide. And I'm like, being Like, just because you acknowledge Israel's committing a genocide doesn't give you free reign to give Israel your fucking tourism dollars. Like, what the fuck are we even doing here? And this is the worst part, guys. This is the cherry on top that I want to rant about. Because bro kept yapping about, I am smarter than the birthright trips. I'm smarter than the Israel Ministry of Tourism or whatever. Like, my friend fucking has his Grinder profile, and on Grinder, bro changed his username to birthright boyfriend question mark. Bro is sprinting to the honeypot. He is sprinting to the honeypot right now. I am smarter than the birthright organizers. You know, I'm not gonna get honeypotted. I'm gonna bring my notebook. And then he goes to Tel Aviv and immediately runs to the honeypots. Like, what the fuck is actually happening right now? Like, I hate, like, this makes me homophobic on Pride Month. Like, what the fuck? No, he's no longer my friend. Obviously unblocked him, or blocked him on everything, unfollowed him on everything. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Birthright boyfriend. Oh my god. What are we doing here, man? I hate this so much, man. I fucking hate this so much. Like, please keep it in your pants. Disgusting. Actually fucking disgusting. But anyway, I am going to talk a little bit more about some leftist reminiscing. So if y'all remember last week, I talked a little bit about the Red Guards Austin, and that was an amazing little bit of reminiscing, you know, a walk down memory lane. And I want to talk about a very similar left-wing organization that degenerated into a cult in violence, which is the Black Hammer organization. So Black Hammer, if y'all remember, Black Hammer was this American communist decolonial organization. It was founded in 2020, right? Well, 2019, and it blew up in 2020 after the George Floyd uprisings. And, you know, like, people really fucked with its message, right? Like, it was communist. I don't know what its specific ideology was. I don't think it subscribed to a very specific ideology, but it really embraced decolonization. It really embraced, you know, not centering white people. It was, like, Black and POC led. And, you know, that seemed to be a breath of fresh air from a lot of these white organizations in 2020. And, like, a lot of people were, like, really bought into it. Like, it had a bunch of chapters that exploded throughout the country. And then what's really funny is that after that, like, a couple years down the line, it degenerated into increasingly bizarre social media spectacles and devolved into, like, a cult of personality around this one guy called Chairman Ghazi. And it imploded after, like, some random guy died in their compound. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why do these organizations always devolve into, like, just bizarre spectacles or cults? You know, and they always end in, like, murder or death or something too. And so what's very funny is, I don't know if y'all, like, remember this, but how I learned about Black Hammer is through an interview they did with Revolutionary Left Radio, with Rev Left Radio. So Brett O'Shea from Rev Left interviewed a couple Black Hammer people, and, like, that's how I first learned about them. And then I started following them in social media because, you know, what I will say is, like, I think a lot of American communist or revolutionary organizations do not take the national question seriously. They do not take the colonial nature of the United States seriously. So when I see a communist organization that explicitly embraces decolonization, you know, I'm interested. You know, I'm interested and wanna learn more about that group. And so I learned about Black Hammer from Rev Left, and, like, now Rev Left has deleted the interview, by the way. Like, I can't find it anywhere. If anyone has that copy of Lost Media, please let me know. Okay, I want to rewatch that interview. What I will say is, what I remember from that interview is a lot of the Black Hammer people were like, yeah, you know, we left this one organization because it became a cult, and then they themselves became a cult, and then, you know, so, like, they blew up in 2020. You know, they were talking about decolonization. They were talking about, you know, they were centering non-white voices, POC voices. And the first big, like, thing they were known for was this really, really weird campaign against Anne Frank. Like, this Jewish girl who was murdered in the Nazi Holocaust. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? So they had this tweet that was like, middle finger Anne Frank. They had, like, tweets being like, we the masses of poor working class colonized people do not care about Anne Frank. And it's like what the fuck? This is bizarre and weird. And this is one of the chairman's Joker rant about what the fuck they're talking about specifically in their anti-Anne Frank campaign. This is Commander Ghazi speaking on Anne Frank and colonizer Jews. Apparently, Anne Frank was a colonizer. So let me pull this up. So look, first of all, what the fuck is this Joker makeup? Like, what are we doing? this is what? What is this? Here, it's a bit quiet. Let me reset my audio capture. It's being a little messy. Sorry, gamers. Okay, it should be good now.
You wanted to call me, what's the word? Anti-Semitic. Well, let me tell you something. My name ain't Nick Cannon. I ain't back.
I don't know if y'all can hear this. I'm upping the volume as much as I can. What the fuck is this? Like, they have like creepy little Joker. Like, they have like a music box music in the background. What the fuck?
And then you wanted to call me, what's the word? Anti-Semitic. Well, let me tell you something. My name ain't Nick Cannon. I ain't backing up from this. No way.
What the fuck?
Jose. I said what I said, period.
First of all, I gotta love the discipline of the guys in the background. Like, why are these guys just letting this random dude in Joker makeup just rant about Anne Frank? Like, this is bizarre. This is bizarre.
Yeah. I said I don't give a about Anne Frank, and I meant it.
I don't give a about Anne Frank. Dude, you can curse, okay? It's your own video. You can curse, okay, man?
Why would I care about a white Jewish girl who has a museum, who we are forced to remember every year in schools? But I, and none of you, could name a single African girl that died on the slave ships from Africa to here.
So what I will say is, I think there is a kernel of a point, right? Like, I think there is a kernel of a point here, right? They're saying that, we center so much on the Holocaust that we ignore all other genocides, especially colonial genocides, that were explicitly connected to the genocide committed in Europe, right? Like, when Europe put its genocidal energy towards Africa and third world countries, no one pays attention, but the moment it was directed internally towards an internal European population, then people started paying attention. I think, that's a classic point. It's raised by a lot of anti-colonial thinkers. It's raised by Amy Césaire, for example, if you've ever read Discourse on Colonialism, right? He talks about how there's like a weird fixation on the Holocaust and refusal to talk about how the Holocaust is interrelated to the colonial genocides Europe inflicted on Africa. And like specifically speaking, right? Like literally like what? A few decades before the Holocaust, Germany already was committing the Namibian genocide, right? So like Germany already was committing like genocides before the Holocaust, right? Except they were also doing it to an African population. And like very few people actually know about the Namibian genocide versus the Holocaust. So, once again, there is a kernel of a point here, but to be making that point in Joker makeup and then to make that point and say F Anne Frank, she is a colonizer, like it's weird and bizarre and off-putting and also wrong, okay? Like Anne Frank was just a random Jewish girl who got murdered, okay? Like it's not her fault that she is like somehow the banner for the Holocaust now. Like why are we just attacking this poor genocide victim? Okay, it's weird. And like they would go so far in their anti-Anne Frank rants, they would like do middle fingers to Anne Frank. They say we don't care about Anne Frank. They call Anne Frank a bleach demon. They would call Anne Frank a bleach demon. It's like, holy fuck, what are we doing here? Okay, we have gone from centering the Holocaust ignores the way that European genocide and violence was directed towards Africa, blah blah blah. We've gone from that point to just calling Anne Frank a bleach demon and a colonizer. Like, what the fuck are we actually doing here? Like this is actually fucking wild and bizarre. And the next episode that got people that got people like that people remember and that I remember is this little thing. They basically wanted to build a decolonized city called Hammer City. There would be like no white people allowed. A Mayo monkey. Yes, they called Anne Frank a Mayo monkey. Like what the fuck are we doing here, man? This is like let's not call victims of the Holocaust a bleach demon and Mayo monkey, okay? That's weird, man. You know, weird and bizarre. But anyway, so if y'all remember Hammer City, this was basically going to be a city that Black Hammer would build. That would be like no white people allowed. It would be a decolonization of the land. And, you would be like, this is basically what it looked like. Build Hammer City. This was like the little plan they had. It's like they had a big compound in the middle with the Black Hammer logo. Bunch of what type of houses are those? I don't know what type of houses those are. But yes, colonized people need dictatorship over our lives, labor, land, and resources. And you would be really surprised, guys. They raised over $70,000 for Hammer City. $70,000 for Hammer City. This land that would be liberated and decolonized from the white people. And what's crazy? They eventually ended up raising over $100,000. Over $100,000 for Hammer City. And sadly, guys, if y'all remember from this episode, Hammer City has fallen. Hammer City has fallen. It did not get made. So there's this decent article from the Colorado Sun talking about, let's see, a black separatist group's utopian dream for land near Telluride withered after an armed standoff. The Black Hammer group had $100,000 in a real estate contract for 40 acres where they planned a settlement free of cops, COVID, and white people. Maybe I'd like to hang out there too, like maybe Black Hammer kind of had it going, no cops, no COVID, no whites, no Mayo monkeys. Like what the fuck is this? And so this is them. This is them on in front of the land that would be Hammer City, kind of like a kibbutz. Let's see. When Black Hammer came to Beaver Pines, a sparsely populated neighborhood on the high desert about 25 miles west of Telluride, they came for the soil. There were about 24 leftist revolutionaries, almost all people of color, in Denver and other U.S. cities. The group's chapters had spent the pandemic handing out food and personal protective equipment while planning their signature project, Hammer City, a utopian settlement high in the Rocky Mountains free of coronavirus cops, money, and white people. Together, they would renounce private property, work the land, and build power. Commentators on Facebook and Twitter widely ridiculed the concept as a cult doomed for failure, but the activists raised more than $60,000. On May 3rd, Augustus Romaine Jr., Chairman Ghazi or Commander Ghazi, the group's commander-in-chief, posted a photo of 10 people standing among sagebrush, with fists raised, with raised fists and a declaration on Facebook. Black Hammer had liberated 200 acres of land somewhere in Colorado. The soil, they wrote, was rich. The soil in the rocky Colorado was rich. I feel like this was doomed to failure, guys. Like, why are we buying land in Colorado? Like maybe don't buy land right in the middle of the rocky fucking mountains. Black Hammer never said where their new community was. Within weeks, the group had suddenly stopped its dispatches in the desert, but donations continued to pour in, eventually cresting to $100,000. Critics wondered where the money went when Hammers left Colorado. Let's see, the chief of staff declined interview, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so after... This is what happened with the Black Hammer City, okay? So apparently they fucked up the paperwork for Hammer City and then they couldn't buy it. And then the cops came to kick them out and then they left. And then the only thing left was a little footbridge that they had built and it was like a tiny little plank of wood. And so let me find this. Let's see. Definitely get cult-like vibes. Let's see. Yes, this is the rendering. Okay, so they had a standoff with the sheriff office. They found several people using lumber and stones to build a footbridge across a drainage ditch. Romaine and other hammers had proudly showcased the bridge and their land online. "We're building the first structures of Hammer City right now," Romaine posted on the Twitter the day before, along with 3 ways to do it online. But the land wasn't theirs to develop, and this is them building the land. Police contacted the owners of the lot. They did not respond to an interview request. The land has since been sold to someone else. But basically, the original owners of the land sold it to the general secretary of Black Hammer, and the general secretary lied. He basically said they were going to do some farming on this Colorado parcel of land, but after they fucked up the paperwork and then the original owners learned that they were planning to build Hammer City, the deal basically fell apart and they were never able to get that land. So let's see, Robinette moved through the process and even put $10,000 down for the purchase, but the deal fell apart when on May 14th, Robinette missed a key deadline to sign the closing documents. Then when they heard that armed people were squatting on the land and wandering the Beaver Pines Loop Road in a paramilitary garb, they refused to sell. And so eventually, Black Hammer City never even got off the ground. And the only thing left was the little footbridge that they built. This was so sad, guys. Hammer City, they raised $100,000 and it fell apart. Let's see, Black Hammer never said why they chose Beaver Pines, water rights, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Okay. In Denver, a small chapter of Hammers held rallies and candlelight vigils for COVID-19 victims, often in the Martin Luther King Jr. Library in Aurora. Michael Diaz-Rivera, a BLM activist, attended a few Black Hammer meetings that year. He remembers donating some small bills toward their project that would be somewhere in the mountains, but he didn't join the group. He recalled that Black Hammer activists arguing Anne Frank didn't deserve sympathy because she would have been a European colonizer and oppressor had she survived the Holocaust. That argument later caused a firestorm on Twitter and became a signature Black Hammer talking point. Before they arrived in Beaver Pines, the activists tweeted they would stay warm in their mountain colony by burning copies of Anne Frank's diary. What the fuck? This is insane, dude. I definitely got cult-like vibes from the group. So after Black Hammer City failed to materialize, after Hammer City fell, they just got increasingly involved in random shenanigans, right? They would just try to beg for attention online on social media. And so they had this little bit for a while where they would team up with the Proud Boys and there would be, you know, like a left-right alliance with the Proud Boys. So this says, you heard it here, folks. The Black Hammer organization, the Proud Boys, are forming a coalition to defeat the disgusting pedo-loving welfare economy Democrats and their puppet master, Big Pharma, who's been poisoning us, all of us, for far too long. Black Hammer and Proud Boys formed coalition to defeat the Fauci mandate and the left. Like, they were very clearly just fishing for social media rage bait and attention at this point. Like, they have very clearly not been serious. I think, you know, like, they were obviously not serious with their bizarre anti-Anne Frank shit. You know, they just wanted to stoke rage. But, like, at this point, you know, no one took them seriously. Like, a lot of the serious people started leaving. They're like, okay, this is weird. And, like, there's this beautiful tweet. Let me pull it up that they had. They had this they're fishing for social media rage. It says the left is mad and the people are glad. Black Hammer's coalition of the Proud Boys sent everyone into a frenzy. The left-wing, whiny, pedo-apologist Democrats ran off crying, and true freedom lovers stood united to defeat them and stand against the Biden Fauci regime. And then they're doing the fucking triggered SJW thing, where they like have just a bunch of like classic clips. So, like, how much of a hack do you have to be to use like the same anti-SJW triggered clips? Like, this was already in 2021, okay? Like, SJWs were a thing like almost 5 years ago at that point. You know, Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Have y'all seen that video? You know, I'm gonna derail this a little bit by playing that video, because now it's stuck in my head. Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes, promise us please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Guys, this was such a banger song. I kind of miss COVID culture. You know, everyone was doing little COVID parodies. This was such a you know, New York City gay choir next. Maybe I'll do that. Dr. Fauci. Oh, sped up. Guys, there's Nightcore Dr. Fauci. This song would make Black Hammer cry. This song would make Commander Ghazi cry. You play this around Commander Ghazi and he disintegrates like Noam Chomsky.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more
guys, that's such a banger. Anyway, I'm sorry for getting derailed. I'm so sorry for getting derailed, but this does vaguely connect to the next slide. Because at this point, I mean, Black Hammer was very much openly a cult. They were just openly stoking social media outrage. And they had a protest that was anti-vax and pro-Nicki Minaj outside the CDC. And this is so fucking beautiful. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is bizarre shenanigans that the Black Hammer cult was engaged in. So it says, at Nicki Minaj told the truth to me. Fauci lied to me. Protesters approaching cars leaving the CDC in Atlanta, claiming the CDC is lying about the vaccine, and Nicki Minaj is telling the truth. Note, let's see, more on COVID-19 misinfo and locals protesting the vaccine. And then this is Black Hammer. Black Hammer with their anti-vaccine protests and like in favor of Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj said, I'm not born. Nicki Minaj said, I'm not born. Nicki Minaj said, I'm not born. And she said, I'm not going to take your vaccine. You got to know, stupid Meltdown. Look at the pigs.
I love how there's one. This protest is literally like, what, 5 people? Is that like 5, 6 people? 6 or 7 people? Does this all lead back to MAGA communism? Yes, I do think Chairman Ghazi tried to do the MAGA communism thing for a bit. I don't know if they're connected to the ACP at all.
Look at the pigs. You know Fauci's lying. 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 You know Fauci's lying.
Why is but this chant sucks, guys. This chant sucks. Like, if you want to do like an anti-Fauci chant, like what? 2, 4, 6, 8. We don't want to vaccinate. Wait! Holy shit, guys, I cooked. Tell me I cooked, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8. We don't want to vaccinate. Yes! Guys, I deserve I mean, what? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I cooked so bad. You know, I would be a good anti-vax grifter. Historians gonna look at this and think there's a communist revolution in the US, and it was a communist revolution the white people were trying to think. But anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8. We don't need it. So, you know, Black Hammer was just openly rage baiting at this point. They were not a serious organization. You know, like they were just like trying to get clicks, just, you know, saying, Anne Frank's a bleach demon, you know, join our little compound in Colorado. Oops, sorry, it doesn't exist anymore. We hate vaccines and Dr. Fauci, and we're pro Nicki Minaj, and we're pro Proud Boys now, apparently. And what's wild, guys, is so there was like some weird violence that happened. So they basically devolved into, like, they basically withdrew into a shell, right? Like, a lot of people started leaving when all this cult shit started coming out. You know, they started being a very, very unserious organization. And so, like, the Black Hammer started withdrawing into Atlanta. It says the Black Hammer group also began recruiting new members from Atlanta's homeless population, encouraging them to collect donations on the street to fund the party's activities in exchange for food, clothing, and a select few a chance to live in the communal headquarters. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, we're just fucking taking advantage of homeless people. So Chairman Ghazi, Kodzos, sorry guys. Chairman Ghazi's arrest came when prospective group member Dalvin Moore called 911 claiming he had been kidnapped and was being held in a locked garage at the house the group rented in Fayetteville. Another recruit allegedly had been held captive and sexually abused. The defense theory is that these were simply homeless people who needed a place to stay. Our contention was that this was a subversive group, and the money Chairman Ghazi was getting these people to collect was going into his pockets. And so what's very interesting about this is, you know, they were raided and arrested. And so Chairman Ghazi was charged in a federal indictment with conspiring. I think he was, ironically enough, he was paid by Russia or something. I don't know. It's bizarre. And then he was held in prison. And like people, like, I think someone died in the raid. You know, like, I think the Black Hammer people try to claim that the police killed them, and other people claim it was a suicide. I'm unsure, but someone died during this whole process, and like the cult basically imploded. And what I will say is this arrest happened like, what, a few years ago? It happened in like 2022, 2023. Yes, 2022. And this is the latest update. Bro had all his charges dropped against him. What the fuck? Like if there is evidence that this organization was like a Fed or like a Fed op, I feel like having all your charges dropped against you is like a big fucking a big indicator. And like, look, Chairman Ghazi himself just, or like his lawyer, saying it was all just talk, it was all just attention-seeking behavior. You know, they were good kids who were trying to make a difference by helping the homeless, helping the homeless by having them, you know, by taking advantage of them and giving them your money. The calls for violent revolution were political theater meant to drum up financial support for their activities. Like, I love this when like political grifters are called out for their bullshit. It's like the same thing Alex Jones did, right? When Alex Jones was called out for like the Sandy Hook harassment he brought onto the parents of Sandy Hook victims, he was like, "Oh, it was all a joke, you know, it was all a joke. It wasn't serious. I was just saying such outlandish things, you know, but I had a good heart." And it's like, dude, like, you objectively are a horrible person, and like taking advantage of homeless people, you know, kidnapping people, putting them in your compound and then abusing them. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know, I'm not a big fan of the carceral system, but like dude should not have just been let free with like a slap on the wrist. Like, what the fuck is actually happening here? You know, soon after his arrest on state charges, he was charged in a federal indictment for like collaborating with Russia. I don't know anything about that. I will say though, you know, of all the charges, I think that's probably the least serious one. You know, I don't really gaff if people collaborate with a foreign power against the United States. You know, arrest me, guys, arrest me. I don't really gaff, okay? And then apparently the only person arrested was the guy who took a plea deal to testify against Chairman Ghazi, but then they never ended up even using him to testify, and Ghazi was just released. And I'm just like, okay. Like, what was the whole point of any of this? Okay, what was the point of arresting him? What was the point of starting Black Hammer? Like, was all of this just a cult of personality around this one guy to fulfill his ego and just like have him like do just increasingly unhinged shenanigans to like everyone's entertainment? Like, I want to go back. I want to go back to I want to go back to the Joker makeup, the Anne Frank rants. I want to go back to the Anne Frank rants. Like, what is this?
What's the word?
Like, what are we doing here? There's multiple threads of this, guys. He's literally ranting about Anne Frank in Joker makeup. Like, this is beautiful. I'm not even gonna play the audio. You know, I wanna laugh at the art here, the artistry on display. You know, it truly is amazing. People keep arguing in the comments. I will say, people keep arguing in chat about whether these were Maoists or anarchists or, you know, utopian socialists. You know, I just think these were people who I don't know if they had any specific ideology. I guess black nationalism, you know, communism vaguely. They didn't subscribe to like a particular like anarchism or Maoism or Leninism or whatever. You know, like a lot of it was just a lot of it was just ended up being a cult. Let's be so real here, guys. This ended up being very cult-like. Like, I don't know how else you can describe it. Okay, like, how do you see this and not immediately run away, ranting about Anne Frank in Joker makeup? I love this. You know, like, once again, you know, this is my warning. You know, as much as I shit on social democrats and democratic socialists, and your democratic socialist organizations also aren't immune to abuse like this, it just doesn't blow up as spectacularly, right? Like, there's still abuse cases in a lot of democratic socialist organizations, you know, like instances of abuse being covered up, right? So this isn't at all an indictment of the revolutionary left, right? This is a problem in leftist organizing spaces in general, right? You have these big egos that come in, that do a bit of organizing, they have like one or two good protests, they get a big ego, and they take advantage of the social capital they've accumulated to basically manipulate people and get what they want, right? Whether it be financial or social or some other fucked up way. And they end up abusing a lot of people. So, you know, once again, you know, if you are considering joining an organization, please be careful. Okay, if you see someone in an organization doing Joker makeup and like ranting about Anne Frank, please leave. Okay, it is probably a sign for you to leave. You know, like, do not join a cult. Okay, like, please put on your critical thinking cap. Okay, like, there is no vanguard party in the United States that's going to lead us to a communist revolution yet, you know? So, like, please be careful. You know, do not let yourself be abused and manipulated by cultists and egomaniacs. So that, you know, that's just my disclaimer to my audience. I want to be very, very clear here, guys, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Okay, I'm so sorry, okay? The only cultist you should be following is me, of course. You know, join my cult right now. I will be putting on Joker makeup. We put it on Joker makeup any day now. But anyway, let me see what is next on the agenda. Ooh, I could talk about that. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. That's a bit serious. Anyway, so let me see how many people are on. Okay. I think we're at like what 200-ish people online. Is Bad Empanada currently live, guys? Let me check. I'm gonna pull up his live stream right now. He is. You know what? Let's do a bit of stream sniping. Let me pull up his stream and then let's watch it together. Okay. Um, where is this? Not Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. I'm gonna play this again. Why not?
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear a mask and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci.
Okay, let's look at this. Okay, bro is just typing or something. I like, Bad Empanada
Okay, so we're going to
streams-
read the article on Google Translate
Okay, so he's
because
reading
it's
an
the
article.
only way that I could figure out how to do this. Translated from English to a guy who copy pasted into Chinese on Reddit.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck bro's yapping about. Mr. Salmon is better, but he's just standing there. His streams, like, bro does not talk. He has a lot of dead space, I will say. I've tuned into a couple, but he just has a lot of dead space. I don't know. He has a very different style of streaming from me. Anyway, I am going to get back into it. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the news before we jump into the more unserious bits of the stream. We're just going to be vibing here. And what I want to talk about is, first of all, just like the level of like bullshit going on in terms of like the repression against Palestinian activism. Like, I don't know if y'all saw, but last week there were some convictions against Palestine action in the UK. So let me pull up the article. All right, so it's in landmark case, UK judge sentences pro-Palestine activists as terrorists. In UK first, a judge sentenced 4 PA activists. I mean, I should say Palestine Action instead of PA. Sentenced 4 Palestine Action activists to terrorism charges for a direct action protest against an Elbit Systems factory. The move sparks fears the ruling could set a dangerous precedent for those opposing Israel's genocide. See, I remember the last Argentinian election, there was a Karl Marx lookalike. Sorry for being Argentinian. Don't claim that. Isn't he Australian, technically? He's Australian and he moved to Argentina. And so what's wild about this case, guys, is like, first of all, what basically happened is these 4 activists sabotage an Elbit's factory. Basically, this is a company that produces weapons for Israeli genocide. And because they sabotaged it, no one, I think they like mainly targeted property. Because they targeted property that was going directly to the genocide machine in Israel, they have now been sentenced to years in prison. Like, what the actual fuck? So, on June 12th, a UK judge at Woolwich Crown Court convicted 4 Palestine Action activists as terrorists and sentenced them to prison for their involvement in direct action protests at a factory operated by Elbit Systems, Israel's largest weapons manufacturer, which reportedly caused $1.2 million in damages. What I will say is, this is praxis, guys. I feel like this is actual material harm caused to the genocide machine, okay? Like what they did was effective. This is the first time in the UK that counterterrorism legislation has been used against activists. There are now major concerns that this will set a dangerous precedent for other activists who oppose Israel's genocide against Palestinians in Gaza and ethnic cleansing in the West Bank. Palestinian Action members Charlotte Head and Leona Camillo were sentenced to 6 years, less than 45 days. Fatima Zineb Rajwani was sentenced to 5 years and 8 months, less than 45 days, under a clause in terrorism legislation for causing criminal damage. Samuel Corner was also sentenced to 8 years and 8 months, including an additional sentence for grievous bodily harm without intent. So these guys literally got 6 years, 5 years, 8 years. They are sentenced to half a decade in prison for materially opposing a genocide. The raid was carried out by 6 activists on the Elbit factory in Fulton, UK, which took place on August 2024, where it was reported they destroyed 40 military assets, including the Magni X drone and multiple Thor drones, both of which have been deployed extensively in Gaza by the Israeli military. The activists were arrested on site, and an additional 18 people were arrested in connection to the raid as part of Operation Recomply, and were subsequently dubbed the Fulton 24. In May 2026, they became the Fulton 25 after the Crime Prosecution Service decided to advance Louis Sheriamello's verdict regarding his alleged involvement in action at RAF Bryce Norton Air Base. During sentencing, more than 500 people gathered outside the court to support and show solidarity with the activists, displaying banners, performing music and poetry, and chanting. A large contingent of police officers was present and made more than 100 arrests, predominantly for displaying support for Palestine Action, which the British government prescribed as a terrorist organization. Like, this is the big problem with like terrorism now. It's like anything's terrorism. You know, it's like what the fuck does that even mean anymore? Right? Like, they're literally just arresting like random old ladies and old people who hold up a sign saying we support Palestine Action. And like, well, like the fucking anti-genocide, like anything that supports anti-genocide apparently is too much for the British government. It's not even British, by the way, guys. It's the whole West. You know, like Germany's also been really bad with this. I'm gonna cover like the ongoing cases in Michigan. But it's like, what the actual fuck is going on? Other arrests followed later after a blockade of the prison van carrying some of the activists has left court premises. The vehicle remained stationary for over an hour until protesters were removed by police, who were accused of using disproportionate force and conducting violent arrests. And so what's wild about this trial is they were retried. So they were retried using counterterrorism powers. They were denied bail. They remained in custody despite being charged with lesser offenses. They remained in prison until the court trial was concluded in 2026, February, beginning in November 2025, nearly 18 months after arrest. None were initially convicted after the jury failed to reach verdicts on the charges of criminal damage and violent disorder, and all were acquitted of aggravated burglary. Unsatisfied with the outcome, the prosecutor confirmed a retrial would be pursued. At the retrial, so this is the latest retrial. This is where they were sentenced to a number of years. At the retrial, they were found, Samuel Corner, Charlotte Head, Leona Camillo, Fatima Zineb Rejwani, guilty of criminal damage. Corner was also found guilty of inflicting grievous bodily harm without intent. Delvin and Rogers were acquitted. Once court-imposed reporting restrictions were lifted, it was revealed that a significant factor was withheld from the jury during deliberations, that a guilty verdict could trigger a terrorist connection clause under the Counter-Terrorism and Sentencing Act 2021 at sentencing. So basically, the jury at this retrial, so first of all, they were already tried, and then the prosecutor was like, we want to do another one. We want to do another one. Part 2, baby girl. And then at part 2, they basically withheld from the jury that if they were convicted, they would basically be convicted as terrorists and have like incredibly harsh sentences. Going further, the defendant's barrister faced contempt of court proceedings for his closing speech and was accused of defying the judge's orders. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo fucking hoo. The judge ruled the defendants could not argue they had a lawful excuse based on the actions of the Israeli military in Gaza, forbade lawyers from inviting the jury to disregard the court's ruling of law, or apply the principle of jury equity, a jury's right to acquit defendants based on its own judgment of conscience or sense of fairness. It's like, these activists were acting in line with the genocide charter, okay? They were acting in line with their duty of all people to prevent a genocide. And they were doing so in a way that was peaceful. They were attacking property. They were literally attacking an arms factory. And thanks to that, that's such a deep danger and threat to Israel that they had to be sentenced to years in prison. They had to be sentenced to 5 to 6 to 8 years in prison. Like, what the actual fuck is going on? And so... What's really funny about this, by the way, is I don't know if y'all have been seeing the discourse about like the Palestine Action thing. Palestine Action. But like people in Britain are like, oh, the Palestine Action are terrorists. You know, they're not like a peaceful group like the suffragettes. the Palestine Action aren't a peaceful group like the suffragettes. And like I've seen this so much on Twitter, but it's like, guys, like, do British people not remember that the suffragettes literally engaged in like bombings? like the suffragettes literally engaged in bombings and arson for women's rights. Like like what are we talking about? You know, like, you know, the suffragettes today would be called terrorists for daring to do bombing and arsons. And like the thing is, you know, like what the suffragettes were doing, you know, like we all know that it's good now for women to have, like, look what, okay, they were doing improvised explosion devices, arson, letter bombings, assassination attempts, and other forms of direct action violence. Like the suffragettes would be sentenced to half a decade in prison for this shit in the modern day. Like, what the fuck is actually going on? You know, you can't even say, I support the suffragettes, I support women's suffrage, without getting arrested in Britain. This is the shit that would happen back in the day. Like, what the hell, man? But it's like, I love that discourse where people are like, they aren't peaceful like the suffragettes. Never mind their campaign of assassination attempts and bombings and arson. That's awesome. I love British people not knowing their own fucking history. Appeals judges concluded he lacks jurisdiction. Let's see. Let's see. Clamping down on Palestine action. But basically, yeah, shit's fucked in the UK. I've been following the case. And what's really fucked as well is that this is not isolated to the UK. Now the United States is doing the same exact shit. And you would think, you know, like the United States has better free speech laws, you know. Like here in the United States, I can openly say, I support Palestine action. You know, I can say I support Palestine action without immediately getting arrested. And like, what's his name? Keir Starmer breaking into my apartment and then arresting me, putting me in handcuffs. Like, I don't have to worry about that. But now apparently in Michigan, they are doing the same exact thing. against anti-Zionist arguments in Michigan. And what's wild about this is like I think the United States government is going to have a lot more difficult prosecuting this case because like there's just I guess there's better protections for free speech here than there is in the UK, but like, you know, that doesn't stop them from trying. So here's an article from Amanda Weiss. It says, inside the case against the Michigan aid, Palestine activism recast as anti-Semitic terror. And so this is the anti-Semitic terrorism that the U.S. government is prosecuting people for. It says property damage to a Rolls Royce in Michigan. Let's see, which had phrases such as MTU arms genocide, free Palestine on it, painted on its exterior. Rolls Royce produces parts for Israeli army vehicles. And so this is apparently the anti-Semitic graffiti that these quote-unquote terrorists made. So it says, fuck MTU, Intifada, free Palestine, fuck the IOF, MTU arms genocide. Like, what? Huh? Like, how's this anti-Semitic? It's very clearly anti-genocide. Like, what are we doing here, man? In the early years of June 10th, 2026, the FBI conducted raids against individuals involved in Palestine solidarity activism at the University of Michigan. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on in Michigan now? Like, why Michigan of all places? Like, this is the thing as well, is like the weird thing about like the repression of like pro-Palestine activism is like it's not a red versus blue thing where like red states are worse than blue states. Like, it is a bipartisan thing. Like, once again, you know, encampments were crushed in blue states. Like in Pennsylvania, although that's more of a swing state. In Pennsylvania, Michigan, they were brutally crushed. You know, it doesn't matter if it was blue or red. You know, the cops lined up with their Zionist fucking allies to crush these encampments. Like what? You remember the UCLA encampment? The Zionists were literally hurling fireworks at students, and like nothing happened. like that's wild. Like, Zionists were literally flinging fireworks and, like, destroying students' encampment, and, like, nothing happened to them. Madness. So with the help from local and state police departments, including the University of Michigan Police, the raids unfolded simultaneously in Michigan, Illinois, and Wisconsin. In Ypsilanti, Michigan, agents in military gear rolled into a neighborhood in an armored vehicle with guns drawn, terrorizing families and neighbors. A similar home raid took place in Chicago. In total, 7 of 8 accused individuals were arrested. 1 was out of the country. The case is now known as the Michigan 8. So the Justice Department indicted the 8 defendants, 5 of whom are current or former students at the University of Michigan, and 1 of whom was an employee university, on multiple counts of severe charges, including conspiracy to transmit threats and interstate and foreign commerce. The defendants, all in their 20s, now potentially face decades in prison. I'm just like, what the fuck is actually going on right now? The main actions described in the indictment boil down to property damage directed against the homes or offices of officials, the facilities of Rolls-Royce, which makes parts for the Israeli army, and Maersk. How do you pronounce that? Maersk, which ships military equipment to Israel. And the building of the Jewish Federation of Detroit, a major pro-Israel organization, as we will see. No person has been physically harmed by these actions. And that's the thing as well. Like, why is... Apparently it's property damage now. Like, property damage is now terrorism. Like, since when the fuck... when the fuck... Like, terrorism literally means nothing at this point, guys. You know, if you say you support Palestine action, you're now a terrorist. Like, what the fuck is going on? As the indictment paints these actions as a form of anti-Semitic terrorism, drawing on the FBI's digital surveillance of the defendants, this narrative was crafted by masters of deception. Trump's Justice Department does not stand up to scrutiny. While we do not know who is behind the actions, the defendants have pleaded not guilty. It is clear the actions have nothing to do with anti-Jewish racism or terrorism. The goal of the widely exaggerated indictment is to repress Palestine solidarity activism. The U.S. government plans to make an example of the Michigan 8 to deter attempts to disrupt institutions complicit in genocide. It is part of a wider push to severely punish property damage and reframe the Palestine solidarity movement as terrorism. We must resist this criminalization and stand with the Michigan 8. And so here's footage of the raid going on in some random suburb. Like, I think they're using a battering ram. They're using a fucking battering ram at this point. Like, what is even going on? You know, and like what I will say about the encampments, right, is like the encampments, like they weren't even that radical, guys. Like, look, I was part of my university's encampments, and you know, we didn't even, you know, it was brutally crushed and repressed. But like, it wasn't like we were out going to fucking weapons factories like they were in Britain, like Palestine Action was. Okay, it was the sign of solidarity and a movement to get the university to divest. Okay, like it wasn't even like that radical of a movement. That's why it was such a big movement because anyone could get on board. Okay, the Justice Department presents the defendants as a terrorist group with an anti-Semitic agenda. Both characterizations are unfounded. Indeed, the defendants were not formally charged with terrorism since the evidence for that is non-existent. The Justice Department instead tried to create the appearance of terrorism by linking the defendants to Hamas, which the US government considers a terrorist organization, not a legitimate resistance movement. Likewise, the DOJ's narrative performs a sleight of hand in labeling an anti-Semitic alleged acts and words, which in fact reflect opposition to policies and violence of the state of Israel. This is another reason it's important not to condemn the Palestinian resistance, because condemning the Palestinian resistance is condemning us, guys, okay? Like, the saying that, like, when the US government is criminalizing the Palestinian resistance, saying, oh, these people are all just terrorists, you know, any spoken words or any attempt to stand with Palestinians thus becomes, you know, linked to terrorism, even if it's obviously not. Okay, like, for your own sake, okay, please do not fall for the anti-Hamas propaganda. In the brief arguing why the defendants should be detained, the Justice Department states the defendants are ardent supporters of Hamas and utilize Hamas's messaging to threaten their victims. Using data allegedly obtained from their devices, the brief claims the defendants traded and possessed various Hamas killing videos. They also prevent photos of one of the defendants with red paint on her hands, apparently taken in the garage, which makes the absurd claim that it was just like the infamous photo of the Ramallah lynching of 2000, where 2 Israeli reserve soldiers were murdered and mutilated during the Second Intifada. What? Look, I read a lot on Palestinian history. I read a lot on the history of Palestinian resistance groups. I've never heard of this lynching. Like, what is this? I have never heard of it. It's like the one guy tried to link me to the Mallet massacre. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never heard of this in my life. And so here's the guys, be warned, this is the anti-Semitic propaganda that that these people are getting arrested for. Long live the Intifada. It's like, dude, come on, man. This isn't even that radical. In a June 12th bond hearing, let's see, defendants share an extremely violent view directly tied to terrorism. Yeah, you know, extremely violent view of being against a genocide. Like, dude, like, the only thing we have in common is, like, Hamas is against the genocide, and these people are also against the genocide, so therefore they must be Hamas. And it's like, first of all, no, that's not how that works, okay? You spent much time in the hearing trying to argue that Hamas is an anti-Semitic terrorist group, and that by association, so are the defendants. Like, I hope the defense is pulling out the Hamas charter, because the Hamas charter literally addresses this, guys. Like, it literally addresses the anti-Semitic claims. And, like, I don't know what more people want from this group, okay? Like, what more do people want from the Palestinian resistance? They openly decry anti-Semitism. They have an accurate analysis of anti-Semitism. You know, like that's not enough for these people. They also have to, like, bow down and accept their oppression. You know, like, the fact of the matter is, you know, Hamas's resistance is not motivated by religion, it's motivated by the occupation, right? If the occupiers of Palestine were Muslim, October 7th still would have happened against Muslim people. If the occupiers of Palestine were Christian or any other group of people, you know, Hamas, the Palestinian resistance, would still have acted against their occupiers, okay? Religion is completely a non-factor here, okay, in terms of the resistance. So I cannot pull up the 2017 charter right now, but, you know, maybe in the clip I will input a little excerpt from my video talking about Hamas. But, you know, I want to be careful here. I don't want to get zucked again. That was awesome, guys. You know, worth it. You know, it was worth it to get zucked to talk about each group. But, you know, I'm glad I'm back. But anyway, let's see. The fabrication of anti-Semitism appeared to work. Addressing one of the defendants in the June 12th hearing, Michigan district judge said he was appalled by the anti-Semitic nature of the alleged actions. I'm appalled at this anti-Semitism of being against a genocide. My God. He said he is not immune to the issue because he grew up in a Jewish neighborhood and has Jewish friends, adding that Jews have been persecuted enough and that 6 million were murdered in World War II. Corporate media also boosted the narrative of anti-Semitism. The Detroit Free Press incorrectly reported that Jewish Federation's building in Detroit was targeted by anti-Semitic graffiti and that actions included the spreading of anti-Semitic messages, while the Detroit News ran a story about the University of Michigan's terror suspects, even though no terrorism charges have been made. Like, what the fuck? I love the mainstream media just parroting this anti-Semitic bullshit. Yet there's nothing anti-Semitic about the actions described in the indictment. For example, the graffiti on the Jewish Federation of Detroit's building was in protest of Israel's genocide, which is enabled by support from U.S. institutions, including the Jewish Federation. This is the thing as well, right? You have all these Zionist groups that you literally use their Judaism as a human shield. They sell stolen West Bank land in synagogues, you know, in these institutions. They're like, oh, Center for Jewish People, Jewish Federation, whatever. And then the moment you protest them for breaking the law, for breaking international law, for engaging in ethnic cleansing and genocide, they then use their Judaism as a human shield, being like, oh, you're anti-Semitic for protesting synagogue. You're anti-Semitic for protesting this Jewish Federation. It's like, sorry, maybe you shouldn't be fucking doing a genocide and backing genocide, man. It's kind of your own thing. You know, it's kind of your own fault. Maybe figure that out, man. Jewish Federation's website offers talking points for defending Israel and discussing October 7th. It repeats the widely debunked claims that the Palestinian fighters beheaded babies, killed babies in ovens, and blanked women so violently they broke their pelvic bones. Fabrications which have been used as justification for genocide and deflect from and justify the documented violence carried out by Israel in its war on Gaza. And so here's a photo from the Jewish Federation. And like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just like, I don't gaff at this point. You know, like all protests against Israel are justified. Okay, like we are almost 3 years into a genocide. You know, like we cannot be pearl clutching over fucking graffiti. You know, fuck the US government, man. Like, fuck the UK government. Fuck all these Western governments. Like, the Western public isn't even that radical, right? Like, they literally just sabotage a few factories, they spray paint a few buildings, and then suddenly they're terrorists. And it's like, is this what the fucking movement has been resorted to? Like, we just face the brunt of state repression for, like, symbolic actions? Like, what's even going on at this point? Like, it just sucks. You know, the state of the West sucks. The Western governments fucking suck. And I hate it. You know, I hate this fucking bullshit. Let's see. And so this article goes on. It talks about the violence at the University of Michigan encampments. And says the crackdown is not limited to the U.S. On the day of the hearing for the Michigan 8 on June 12th, a London judge sentenced Palestine Action activists to several years in prison under terrorism charges for destroying equipment in a factory that services Elbit, Israel's largest weapons developer. We must resist this growing wave of criminalization, keep our solidarity strong. Ways to support the Michigan 8, donate to the Michigan 8 Legal Fund. For UM affiliates, sign the open letter of solidarity. And so I'm just like, what the fuck is even... what the fuck is even going on? Literally, there's legit no anti-Zionist synagogues in my state at all. During the campus, some of them were actively funding Zionist students, antagonizing anti-Zionist. No, that's the thing. Like, most of these... Like, most synagogues, honestly, are Zionists. They're actively aiding and abetting Zionism by, like, helping IDF soldiers. Like, helping people go to Israel and serve in the IDF. Really just commit genocide against Palestinians. But anyway, I have been yapping for a long time, guys. And I do get really mad because, once again, you know, like, this shit sucks. You know, like, apparently it's terrorism to oppose a terrorist genocidal state. Like, this is the logic of the fucking United States now. And it's been the logic for a long time, but it's really come to the fore with all these different little convictions and different little sentencing. And it's fucking bullshit, and I wish this wasn't the world we lived in. You know, it's just depressing. It's just fucking depressing that Israel continues to bomb and murder people in Gaza and Lebanon, too. Let's not forget Lebanon. And meanwhile, the only people who are being held accountable to it are the people protesting it. Like, what the fuck is actually going on? But anyway, I'm going to take a bit of a break. I need to take a piss break real quick, and I will be back. I do want to do some more experimental segments. I've been wanting to do some gaming, and maybe I'll do a little bit more gaming, and y'all can join me. And then I'm also thinking of, yeah, maybe more Roblox games. Honestly, maybe more Roblox games. But I will be back. Give me like 5 minutes, and I will be back with some Roblox gaming segments. And if you are not interested in gaming, that is fine. I think we're at the end of the informative section. You know, those were the news stories I wanted to talk about. You know, just talking about Israelis coping and seething. Let me do a quick review. Let me do a quick review of this because this is so funny. I love this. we will join the Iranians' chants of death to America. Oh my god, this is so funny. Biden, save us. Biden, save us. Oh my god, it's beautiful. But anyway, I will be back. And you know what? Maybe I'll do a special song. I'll do a special song just for y'all. As I go to do a bathroom break. Hold on, guys. I got this. Wait. Shit, no. Okay, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to stick with the generic music. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to do Dr. Fauci music, but apparently the Dr. Fauci music isn't working right now. So, please be happy with the generic music I have. I'll be back. Give me 5 minutes. All right. All right, gamers. Are we back? I think we're back. Anyway, so I'm ready to do another Roblox. play some Roblox games. Guys, I will say, of the games, so last week I did a bit of a overview of different Israeli or different Israel games on Roblox, and I will say I kind of like this one. It was the clicker game. I didn't get to explore the mechanics, so I kind of want to explore the mechanics a bit more and try to dive a bit more into it. We'll explore some other games. We'll explore some other games later, but I do want to do the clicker thing for a little bit. Let me do this. And also, I did see in chat people were yapping about book clubs or something. I do want to stop, or I do want to. What is this? What is this? Let me lower this. Okay, I do want to make the slop. I wanna make less slop. Okay, so my channel will hopefully do more book reviews. So I will be doing book reviews. I already bought a little camera setup, so y'all will be seeing my hands. I'll be doing some book reviews. I'll be doing some more intellectual, some more intellectually engaging content in the future. It's not just gonna be brain rot and gaming videos. Okay, you know, maybe I'll do like book recommendations. Maybe I'll do other different thingy majiggies. But yes, it's gonna be fun. You know, you're gonna see my hands. You're gonna see me flip through a bunch of books and talk about them. It's gonna be kind of like Hakeem's book recommendation series, but like not just a blank static work. Anyway, so let me see this. So what I realized rewatching the footage from last stream is that apparently there is this white clicker thing here that, okay, oh wait, I have to buy it. I have to buy it for 500 Robux. Okay, is there like an auto clicker or something? What is this? Okay, what is this? Okay, so that's how to buy bar mitzvahs. It's how to buy shekels. It's a rebirth. Is there a way to get like an auto clicker? Like, what's going on here? Let me look shop. Because I feel like there's more. Can we please see you read books for us? I don't know if I'll read books. If you want someone to read you books, maybe subscribe to Socialism for All. Bro does read a lot of books. For y'all. You can download an auto clicker. No, okay, so this is where you buy. This is where you buy shillings. I'm like, where in the world is the auto clicker? Like, I feel like there has to be something that clicks for you. Like, once you have enough shillings or shekels, you can convert them to an to an auto clicker. Vanguard of Lobloxia, assemble! I will say it is refreshing not to have a crowd of people like crowding on me. Oh wait, is this Tung 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 Sahur? Why is Triple T here? Okay, let me see this. I am looking for this. I'm like, there cannot just be. Let's see. So okay, let me do this. Let me buy some shillings, and then what do I do with shekels? So with shekels, I convert them to bar mitzvahs. What's this? This is 2 times? Oh no, I have to buy that. Wait, is this seriously just a clicker? Like, dude, what the actual fuck is this? Like, if this is actually just a clicker and there's like no way to get it to go faster, I'm gonna be so pissed. And meanwhile, I'm just a goy. I'm a goy. I'm level goy. Like, what? I love this. Okay. So synagogue is 1 billion bar mitzvahs. Garden of Eden is 10 billion bar mitzvahs. Okay, there's got to be something cheaper. I feel I'm gonna keep clicking. So clicking gives me shillings, which gives me shekels, which then gives me bar mitzvahs. I installed an auto clicker, not worth crap on this game. It's a simulator. I do want to unlock Mr. E's island. Who's this? Oh, they're kissing the wall. I was like, what's going on here? Oh my god. Please. Let's see. I'm almost at 500 shillings right now, guys. I don't have 100 bar mitzvahs. How do I get more? I don't want to click forever. I mean, I'm still clicking right now, but I only have like, what, 11 shekels? At this point, 11 shekels. This is tragic. 11. I'll put on some music, guys. Let me turn on their Hava Nagila music. Okay, is this okay? I'll lower it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let me know if the audio's ass. Why are you even playing this? No, the reason I'm playing this game, guys, is because, like, once again, I was rewatching the clip from last week. And the clip from last week really interested me. I'm like, there has to be more to this game. Like, they have so many different dimensions. They have, like, the New York City. They have Mr. E's Island. Like, there has to be something to this game. But I'm starting to think there isn't. Like, I'm deeply concerned there's nothing here. Why aren't you buying any shekels? I could buy shekels. Let me see. Is there a discount? There's no discount to buying shekels. Okay, let me just buy all. So I have 14 shekels now. And I still can't afford a single bar mitzvah. I still can't afford a single bar mitzvah. They boost shilling gain. Oh, wait, they do? Oh my god, you're right! Holy shit, you're so smart! The Gaming G8, you are so smart. Shekels? So 1 click used to be 1 shilling, but now it's multiple. Oh my god. This makes so much sense, guys. I'm not spending real money. Please do not spend real money on this game, guys. Like, please do, please do not spend real money on a Roblox game in general. Who's this? Anyway. Yes, I didn't realize. I didn't realize that shekels speed up the amount of shillings you can click. All right, we're here, guys. We're here in my okay, wait, there's an obby here. Let me do this obby while I'm clicking for shillings. Okay, is there anything at the top? I love all the goys doing the obby with me. My fellow goys. No! Okay. We're okay. Aw, man, there's nothing here. I thought there'd be a little prize or something. Bold of you to assume I'm playing, never mind spending actual money. You got 6 bar mitzvahs? How do you already have 6 bar mitzvahs? Goys talking amongst themselves. How many bar mitzvahs do you guys have? How do I level up? I don't want to be a goy anymore. Okay, let me convert this to shekels. Okay, yes, my clicking is faster. My clicking is faster, guys. This is awesome. Help! Okay, I'm gonna turn up to the background music so y'all don't get bored visually. Yes, I have so many shillings now. Guys, this makes so much sense. This game makes so much sense. Auto clicker, it makes all clicker games easy AF. I am not a cheater, okay? I believe in following the integrity of my Israel Roblox games. I believe in following the integrity of my Israel Roblox games, okay, guys? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Capitalist innovation. This is capitalist innovation. Let's go! Yes! Oh my god, I have so many shillings, guys. I literally have so many shillings. This is beautiful. Truly the hard worker. I know! So much for proletarian values. I thought I had a communist audience, but apparently not. Apparently all of y'all just want the easy way out of buying your way into having 100 bar mitzvahs. I'm almost there, guys. I want 100 shekels. I want to visit that island. We are labor Zionists. Oh, look at the crowd of goys we have. What a beautiful goy community. What a beautiful goy community we have fostered. This is such nudister slop. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, I have 70 shillings. Oh wait, no, I need 100 bar mitzvahs, don't I? I need 100 bar mitzvahs to visit Mr. E's island. I thought it was 100 shekels. Oh fuck. Okay, I don't know if I can do this anymore, guys. Like, I thought I was ready to like go through this for 100 shekels, but if it's 100 bar mitzvahs to visit the island, I don't think I'm gonna do this. If that's just the first dimension, you know, I think it's a Jover, guys. Let's see. New York is 1,000 bar mitzvahs. I'm almost there. How many shekels do I have? I have 99 shekels. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, there we go. I have 100 shekels. Okay, at least I get 1 bar mitzvah. Oh, I got 2 bar mitzvahs. Oh shit. Oh wait, no. But now my shillings are back to 0. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Are you kidding me? So when I convert my shekels to bar mitzvahs, I no longer get the boost in clicking power. Dude, this game sucks. This game is actual dog shit. I mean, like, yeah, it was shitty because it's an Israel simulator, but like, wow, this game really sucks. I had a lot of high hopes. I had a lot of high hopes for Israel Simulator on Roblox, but apparently it's a dog shit game. All right, I think that's enough of Israel Simulator. Okay, let me play some real games. Okay, let me look for some communism games now that we're here. I played some communism games last stream, but I've been wanting to play some real ones. Let's do Communism Tycoon. Maturity minimal. Okay, so it should be good for stream. All right, Communism Tycoon. Hopefully there's some good music. I don't want to hear Hava Nagila constantly, guys. Like, every game has Hava Nagila. That's like Israel Simulator. Okay. The music is okay here. Okay, hello. Let me know if the music's too loud, gamers. All right. Let's do it. Or let's do communism tycoon. Good day. What do I do here? Select one of the homes and begin collecting. Goodbye. Okay, where's the homes? You know, at least in communism, you get free homes. This is my commie block. My commie block Roblox house. Spooky, scary, social. What I will say, guys, is what's funny about Roblox is for some reason, they don't allow the word socialist in your username. So I had to put spooky, scary, social instead of spooky, scary, socialist, which is really tragic. Okay, so how do I start building? Okay, here we go. First potato farm. Yay! I get my little communist potato farm. Do I click? First potato farm worker. What? It's a communist tycoon and I can already exploit other people's labor? Doesn't that kind of miss the whole point of being a communist tycoon? I guess communist tycoon in and of itself is kind of an oxymoron, right? You know, tycoons are kind of the what is it? They're elites of capitalism, and I guess a communist tycoon would just be like what? A Chinese billionaire? Oh my god, socialism is not poverty. Okay, wow, look at this. I'm already exploiting workers. Guys, the YouTube money got to my head. Now I'm a Roblox YouTuber exploiting potato farmers on Roblox. This is a Dengism tycoon. You know, to be rich is to be glorious. To have potato farmers working for me is to be glorious. Alright, let's exploit more labor, guys. Didn't expect it to understand anything. Holy revisionism. Hey, stop bullying me, okay? I'm literally doing my little communism tycoon. What? No, I bought a path. I didn't want to buy that. I wanted to exploit more workers. Come on, man. How do I even see how much cash I have? Like, is there like a... I don't know where I can see how much cash I have, guys. This is like really disappointing. Not very well made. Not very well made. Communist tycoon. Am I in the gulag? Oh my god, you're building your own actually existing socialist state. I know, right? I'm exploiting potato farmers. Look at this. These are the kulaks or some shit. Rest in peace, the poor kulaks. Their farms have been collectivized forcibly. Alright. Why is the server so small? Why is the server size so small? To be fair, like, I don't think this is a very multiplayer game, guys. I think there's only room for one other person. Okay. Third potato farm. I can't even join it. Wow, y'all just want to stalk me. Y'all just want to stalk my Roblox game. I'm building my own social state to combat your own revisionist state. Can I have war with the other communist tycoon here? Like, can we have our own Sino-Soviet split? Can we have our own, like, Chinese invasion of Vietnam moment? Where it's, like, communist infighting? Okay, what's this? Buy basic research facility. Oh. I wish they actually had, like, photos of Marx, Engels, Lenin, Stalin, and Mao, you know? I wish there was, like, something here. Research-only door and potato upgrades. Maybe I should get the potato upgrade, guys. You know, I don't think tycoons are very riveting gameplay to watch. So I'm so sorry to everyone who is watching me play a Roblox tycoon. You can't even join. I'm probably gonna play this for like a few more minutes until it's okay. Now my game's frozen. I don't know what's even going on, guys. My game is frozen. Maybe my Wi-Fi screwed up, gamers. Hold on. It's gonna take a little bit. You know what? Maybe this is a sign. Maybe this is a sign to play a different game. Okay, different Roblox game. Or maybe I should double down and play more Potato Simulator. I should exploit more workers. You know what? I think I'm done. I'm so sorry, Reuni. I need to leave. I'm going to play a different communist game. Okay, let's play Conquer the World, Russian Civil War. Are these like shooter games? Can I be in the Reds? I want to be in the red team. I've been kicked. Oh, I'm not old enough. Oh yeah, this happened last time. I don't know why. Let's click this other Russian Civil War game. Okay, I've been kicked again. Great. You know, this is literally 1984. They're discriminating against me for having a new account. Like, what the actual fuck is going on? Style your avatar, and then the options are tactical walkie-talkie, tung 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 circle chain, Jewish red circle, Jewish, and then Napoleon Bonaparte text. I love the Roblox recommendations. This is amazing. Grow your country, be a country. I don't think there's a, you know what? Let me look up. Play a communist romance novel. Are there romance novels on Roblox? Or are you talking about Steam? No, I do not see a romance novel on Roblox, guys. Communist. Is there like, I wonder if there's anything educational so I can like spit out a hot take. Let me look up communist education. Okay, Roblox education. Let's see, communist lesson. I don't know. Is there anything I could do some interesting commentary on? Build a country. I love how the Philippines is there. Yo, Philippines mentioned. Guess my country. Drink matching. Who is smarter? Chinese Communist Party. Let me see this. I want to see what Chinese Communist Party is about. Hopefully this isn't just an empty server. Oh, it is an empty server. There's nothing here. Yeah, I think this is just like a... I think this is nothing. Okay, now there's like a volcano erupting for some reason. And I died. Okay, that's enough of Chinese Communist Party. We're... Name 100 communist Roblox version. Communist International Meeting. Okay, communist... Someone says, look up Communist International Meeting. Let's see, is there a meeting room for communists? Oh wait, what is this? What is this? Now I'm interested. Hot Rotato. Is this just like a one to... Oh my god, whoa, why am I in heaven? I am in heaven now. What's going on? I'm confused. Marx and Engels look so white. This is the whitest Marx and Engels have ever looked. I'm at... What's going on? Is it white for you guys too? For the other gamers in chat? Oh my god. I'm in communist heaven. What's going on? We just have Marx and Engels blowing, looking godly as fuck, angelic as fuck. The light of Mao Zedong. You know, I am a little disappointed. You know, I thought the communists would actually have communist innovation. Yeah, I thought we would outcompete the capitalists, but I'm a little confused what's going on, you know. Is there a way to escape? Is this like an escape room? Well, at least the communists are in chat. At least we're meeting. I guess we're meeting. Although I can't see anyone's texts because I'm not verified. Maybe I'm gonna like do my like a fake face verification. I'm gonna have like a AI thing do it or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to give my face to Roblox. You know, I think they have enough. I think they have enough information. Sit down and debate. I can't even debate, guys. No one can see me chat. I'm not verified. Like, look. Let me try to chat. Is this it? Hello. Okay. Let me open up chat. Yeah, I can't chat. I have to unlock it. I have to unlock it. So I think I'm gonna leave the game. I'm so sorry to whoever recommended this. It's just not working. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Heaven or hell? Meet 6-7. Meet 6-7 line. Meet Ronaldo. World War III mini war. Country Glass Bridge. Play this game if you're bored. I'm scared. I don't want to click that. Are there any good communist games? I think you need to verify email. Play Escape North Korea. Let me see this. Is they have anti-DPRK propaganda now? Let me look up their anti-DPRK pro. This is they do. Yo, they do. Is this gonna be like what's it called? The Interview? I watched that recently. The Interview was like anti-DPRK propaganda. I'm excited to see this. Waiting for an available server. Retrying. Please do something interesting. Well, I'm escaping from North Korea. Hopefully that's interesting, guys. Tip, you can escape across the water border. All coincidences are random. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kim. I have to escape to the capitalist South. All right, we are loaded, gamers. We are loaded. We are ready. We are locked and loaded to play this game. All right. Oh, wow. This is high definition. This is like high definition. Oh, we all have the Kim Jong-un haircut. My favorite, like, propaganda. Wow, the camera shake. Look at this. This is cinematic. This is cinematic. Okay, this is another game. This is another game. Okay. I'm gonna walk forward. Oh, is this the wrong way? Okay, I think I have to walk this way. So these are all our houses in the DPRK. Can I drive? Oh my god. Wait, we have guns? Oh, who's shooting at me? What? Who's shooting at me? Stop. Let me kill this guy. This is America simulator. This isn't a North Korea simulator. Let's be so honest, guys. Where we all spawn in, we all start shooting each other. This is America 101. Okay. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm gonna start blasting. I'm gonna start blasting away. Hey, stop killing me. Yo, if you're gonna kill me, I'm gonna hit you with my fist. We're gonna take it down. Oh, okay, never mind, I did. We're making it to radio-free Asia with this one. Okay. So what do I do? How do I get out of here? I need to be armed because people are dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna steal this motorcycle. I'm gonna steal this motorcycle and drive off. I'm gonna escape the DPRK. Okay, no, stop. No, who's shooting me? Okay, I need to turn around. I think I hit a dead end. Okay, I'm weaving because I am like in low health right now. Okay, great. Someone killed me. How do I escape North Korea, guys? Is this even North Korea? It doesn't even look like the DPRK. Okay, and like everyone's just firing at each other. This is like literally just an American suburb. Okay, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Your viewers are griefing you. They're like stream sniping me. They don't even see my name. I think they're just shooting at each other randomly. It's quite bizarre. October 7th footage. Aha, I got this guy. He did nothing to me, but you know what? He probably deserved it. Okay, time to escape North Korea. All right, sorry, Kim. I'm a capitalist now. Okay. Gotta weave through these roads. All right, we're here. Yes, we're escaping. He's escaping. All right. Where do I go from now, guys? Maybe I'll go to South Korea and I'll grift. I'll become a MAGA grifter. I'll be like that one girl where I'll be like, in North Korea, I had to give birth on shards of broken glass. And like all the MAGA people will start crying and give me $1 trillion. I'm gonna be a grifter. Let's escape North Korea and grift. I wanna be a pro MAGA influencer. Let's go. Okay, is this it? Is this it? Am I escaping? Oh my gosh! Whoa, those are landmines. Wait, is that it? Oh no. Was that? Wait, no. Am I in the DMZ right now? The demilitarized zone? What's going on? I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting like landmines or something. Oh my god. Okay. I've been kicked. I've been kicked by this experience, by the moderator. I didn't come up with an ending. What? So they literally just kicked me out because I escaped successfully? What the fuck is this? This game is locked. So let's check if you'll be able to play. Wow, this sucks, man. Why do all these moderators of games kick me out? This sucks. My aunt has Yomni Park's books. That's awesome. Escape marks. Is there Escape America? Let me look that up. Escape America. Let's see. It's run from Freddy Fazbear, hide from mom, survive 100 days in space. I do not see any Escape from America one. Escape Mr. Wiggles. Oh my god, guys, you know what I want to play? I want to play some Backrooms games. I watched the movie and I've seen some cool gameplay footage. Let me find like a free one. Let's see, MEG Endless Reality. I assume this is a Backrooms ripoff. All right. Yes, Backrooms ripoff. Let's go. I love that Roblox developers just like the moment an IP comes out, they immediately make a ripoff game. I can give you exclusive access to the Fox News Synagogue. Okay, we're here. Okay, what is this? Okay. I'm gonna do a solo run. I'm so sorry to folks who followed me. I want to see what it's like by myself without getting griefed. Phantom Tax. I have not heard that in so long. Phantom Tax. Like that is like what, 2 showers ago, brain rot. The next big Roblox streamer. I am, guys. Wait, let me increase the volume of the game. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Okay. Hello. Okay, y'all can hear the game now. So let me resume. Hey, what's going on? What do I do here exactly? Oh, I have to pick up the phone.
Hello, and welcome to the Major Explorer Group, or the MEG.
Hi.
If you are hearing this, you are now an official member and are part of the Compass Point Regiment. Members of this regiment are to take care of simple missions that
Bro,
higher
stop
ups
yapping.
give them. On the counter, there is a computer. Here you will receive missions to go on. On the back wall, there is a shop. There you can buy upgrades. Look to your right, and you will see an elevator. This will be how you will travel to new levels. Once you go down to these levels, you will complete your mission.
That's creepy.
Just collecting simple material. Once your mission is complete, you will return back. Report your mission completion. Good luck and welcome to your new life.
Okay, whatever, bro. Where's the computer? How do I get my mission? I want to do my mission. I want to be spooked. Guys, I'm actually really scared. I'm like by myself. I'm by myself all alone in this empty ass room. That's why it's so echoey. Like, I'm actually like, I'm a crybaby. Like, if something scary happens, I will like shit my pants. Let's see. Get new assignment. What's my new assignment? Oh, let's go. The Abyss Inn. Survival difficulty class 2. Explore the level. Okay. Let's go. Like Genshin Impact. Don't spoil the movie. I thought it was okay. I thought the movie was okay. I talked about it with Overzealots on stream. I thought the movie was meh, guys. I was like 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. That's what I rated it. VTuber plays Roblox Backrooms. I know. Like, look at where we are, guys. We're literally a gaming channel now. Oh my, I'm scared. I'm like actually shitting my pants. Did I see Obsession? Yes. I saw Obsession Dumbbell Rat and I really liked it. It was one of my favorite horror movies of the year. And I've seen a lot of horror movies, you know? I'm scared, guys. Oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm freaked out. Okay, what is this? What is this? Oh, okay, so I need to find these little spheres, I assume. Oh my god, this is scary. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Why is there scary music? No. Okay. Why is this actually terrifying? Okay, is there anything here other than the cylinder or the ray of light that I need? VTuber. I'm the best VTuber. Okay, here's more. Okay. How many do I need? Explore the level. Locations are marked by blue indicators. Oh, okay, I'm done. Okay. This is scary. Like, I'm actually spooked. If something jumps... Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my fucking god, oh my shit! Fuck, my chunk is life! Help, help, how do I hide? Help, oh my god, what the fuck? I'm scared! No. Are we safe? It's really dark. I'm scared, guys. I'm scared. I don't want to be here. Okay. Can I exit? How the fuck do I exit? Okay, here we go. Okay. It's gone. Thank god. Okay, where the fuck is the exit? Get me the fuck out of here, man. Oh my god, bro. It's right there. Get my ass out of here. Oh my god. No, don't kill me. Okay. What's this? Oh, no. Holy shit, bro! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, it doesn't look that scary now that I look at it. Oh my god, no! Get me out of here. How do I escape? Where's the elevator? Where the fuck is the exit? Get me out of here. I'm in hell. Oh my god, nope. Oh my god. Let me get out of here. Dude, how am I lost? This level is so tiny. Okay, it's getting close. Oh my god. Is that not a shrimp? Girl. Okay. How do I need to escape. Okay. I'm gonna make a run for it. Okay. I'm not scared anymore, guys. I've grown big boy pants. Where the fuck is that? Okay, where the fuck is the exit? This guy isn't scary. He's a little spider or whatever. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! What the fuck was that? Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Holy fuck, I just shit my pants. Get me out of here. Get me out of here, bro. Yes! We did it, guys! I told y'all! Everyone was doubting my ability to fucking win, and I won. Okay, that's for Pride Month. Gamers rise up. Okay? You know, we always win. We succeeded. I was not scared at all. Alright, let me get my mission. Yes. Oh, it's so good. I'll do one more. This seems kind of fun. I was like shitting my pants a little bit. Okay, the sewers and otherworldly. I want to see what the hub is. What is this? The hub. Oh wait, survival difficulty. Oh, it doesn't look that scary. Oh, I guess I have to do it now. Never mind. Well, if it's not that scary. You know, the last one I wasn't even that scared, guys. I'm strong as fuck. You know, I am a hero. Imagine Roblox Kid clicks on the stream and ends up getting into communism. Please. You know, I'm a little worried about that sometimes. I mean, like, I feel like the animation genre as a whole. The animation genre as a whole is very, like, might attract kids. Oh, this is scary. What is this? Spooky ass. Transport crates from one level to the drop-off zone. Okay, where's the crates? Is this the exit? No, this can't be the exit. What's this? Hello, where are the crates? Can I see the crates? I swear, if they're making me run this whole length of this little bunker thing. Okay, no. Okay. What is that? Okay, I'm concerned. There's like a bunch of red signs everywhere. What is shrimp communism? You know, I'm curious about that too. What is shrimp communism? Can anyone tell me anything? Like, what is this? Okay, okay, I thought I saw some spooky ass shit. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna end the game here because I don't know what the fuck to do here. So that's it. That was spooky, guys. Like the shrimp thing, that scared the shit out of me. I was actually scared. But anyway, let me top off the game. I'm probably gonna clip this. It's probably gonna be something like playing communist games on Roblox. So that's what the clip's gonna be. I'm probably gonna exclude the times I'm not playing communist games and I get sidetracked. I love that I just get sidetracked sometimes and I just like play random games. Someone has been begging me to play Rise of Nations. You know what? Maybe I'll do that before I top it off with one last communist game. So let me see. Rise of Nations. I've never heard of this. If you're a new player, I highly recommend you play the tutorial. Sure, let's do the tutorial. Or should I have like YOLO'd it? I don't know. I don't know, guys. What's this? Instruction. It's a real-time grand strategy game where you command your nation either to eternal glory or to utter destruction. Project your force on the world stage. Here, let me lower the music. It's a little loud, guys. I'm gonna lower the music. Okay. You can project your force on the world stage either through conquest or economic domination, or you can sit back and go isolationist. Will serve as a brief introduction. Left click to select cities or units. When a unit is selected, click again to move that unit. Hold right click to move the globe. Mouse wheel or RF to zoom. Left click to multi-select. And then Z to deselect. Okay. Oh my god, guys. There's so many instructions here. Left click and left control to select multi-cities. Hold left click to ignore unit. Left shift. Hold left shift. Okay, I'm just gonna YOLO it. Click on your own cities to open the city menu. It's been highlighted for you. Okay, this is where you can either recruit units or construct buildings, and you can view particular stats. Okay, let me move so y'all can see. Okay, click on units. This is where you can recruit units once you have the manpower. You must have enough money and manpower in order to recruit the unit along with any additional resources. Okay, how much do I need? Okay. Please, the DPRK. Either click on the map or press Z to exit out of the menu. Now click a city that's not owned by you. Okay, let's click this thing. Oh, let me click this thing. Okay, and this is Warsaw. We're going to diplomacy screen. We're going to invade it. Oh, okay. How do we invade? Justify war goal. We must justify a war goal. You know, Donald Trump could probably learn a bit from this. Let's say we're here to conquest. Justify war. You can look at the progress of your justification by clicking the right arrow button in the bottom right corner until you see diplomatic actions. For this tutorial, justification will be sped up. Now that we are justifying war, let's explore other menus. Guys, I'm so sorry. I know strategy war games. It's gonna take me a long ass time to learn this. Okay, so how about I learn this later off stream, and then in the meantime, I play some games on stream where I'm not learning on the fly. So I'm gonna play Fight in the USSR 3.75. 3.75. Let's see. Oh wait, yes, this is a game I played last time. You know what? I have 18 rubles. Is there any way to level up? Go to Moscow. Okay, I want to go to Moscow. Off stream, yeah, right, bro. You know, if y'all ever see me off stream and I'm not streaming, feel free to join me. Okay, let me go to Moscow. I want to have fun. Okay, Soviet. Oh, okay, but he's a friend. Oh, I need to go to I need 10,000 to go to Chernobyl. Bruh, how am I supposed to spend 10,000 to go to Chernobyl? Play Monopoly by yourself. Alright, I need to kill some of my fans. Where are they? Kill some of my comrades. Well, I'm gonna kill some of these NPCs right here. Okay, how am I losing to NPCs? What the fuck No, dude! Come on! Please play Cutting Grass Incremental. Why would you go to Chernobyl? Why are people... How did I die? Okay. Yes! Okay, let me get some, Let me get some sweet, sweet Soviet rubles. And I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna kill this guy before I leave the game. Maybe find something else to play. Let's go! Rip Bozo. Let's go, man. Hey, get out of here. Anyway, please play Cutting Grass Incremental. You know what? Oh my... Help me! Why are they blasting Moscow? You know what? Fine. Since you keep spamming me, you better not be clickbaiting me. What's this? Grass Cutting Incremental. Tower of Showers. Is this a grass cut incremental simulator? Dude, is this just a grass cutting simulator? Okay. Okay, what's this? No way! Is this literally like Pet Simulator, but it's just like with grass cutting instead? Dude, this is peak? See, increased grass value. Okay. This is peak gameplay. Guys, let me know if you think this is peak. Oh, I can increase growth rate. Okay, let me increase growth rate a little bit. Increase grass amount. Okay, I want more grass. This is not the correct game. Oh, it's the other one. It's the other one, the one with the green face in the thumbnail. Okay. I was ready to play this one. Where is this? This one, grass cutting? Grass cutting incremental, is this? Yes, this is the one you're talking about. Okay, Lethal Dolphin. Okay, let me play this one since bro keeps begging me to play this game. Okay. This is the capitalist innovation they were talking about. Exactly. Grass cutting? Is this not the most riveting gameplay you've ever seen? Bug fixes. Okay. Grass upgrades. Oh, so I pick up grass. I pick up grass. And then what do I do with the grass? I reach level 2 with my grass. Okay. What's this? Increases grass value by 100% per level. Grass is doubled every 25 levels. You know what? Buy max. Okay. Okay, reach level 5. Okay, I feel like this isn't that different from the other game, dude. You're still running around reaching for grass, you know? Let's see. Yes, you buy the grass upgrades. You know what? We'll do it for a little bit, just because you asked. Play doors, but in Ohio. Please play rooms indoors. Trust me, it's peak. My mom's kind of old. Dude, what is even going on with the audience right now? Let's see, what's this? More grass. Increases grass cap by 1. You know what? I want more of that. Let me do that. Okay, and let me increase the value of grass, actually, since I already have a shit ton of grass, apparently. Wow, like, each grass gives me, like, 400 now. Isn't this awesome? This is literally peak. Peak grass gameplay. That's not grass, it's a weed. Grass is weed, guys. Are y'all not aware? Grass is weed. Let's see. Increases grass grow speed by 10%. Okay, I'm just gonna buy max. Why not? Buy max. Let me buy some of the other ones. Buy max. Okay. Please. Play rooms indoors. Hold on, at least let me get to level 5. I wanna get to level 5 and unlock the next level. I'm at level 4 right now. I'm almost there, guys. Don't worry. I wouldn't do some boring game, okay, guys? Trust the plan. Trust the plan, okay? Everything has a purpose. Wait, what's this? What's this little ladder here? I want to explore the ladder. Okay, I'm gonna collect a few more grass and then I'm gonna look at the ladder. Innovation under capitalism is running around picking up grass. Daily reward. Oh. Boo, come on. Okay. Okay, I think I've got enough, right? Let me buy maximum. Wow, look at that. I'm level 5, guys. I can go to the next one. Oh, automation upgrades? Oh, now it's automation. Okay, let me automate this. Isn't this just cookie clicker, but like with grass? Play Yuri Obby. Hold up, guys. Wait, a Yuri Obby sounds kind of fun. Yaoi Obby is better. Maybe you know what? I wanna play this now. Let's play Yuri and Yaoi Obby. Let me find this. I love how we have gone so far from any sort of political content. Like what okay, there's no Yaoi Obby. Let me look for Yuri Obby. I do not see Yuri Obby. Maybe it's because oh, it is. It's here. Okay, minimal maturity. Okay, so it looks fine. It looks like it's safe. Okay, there's Yuri. Aw. Shout out to all the lesbians in chat, guys. We support the lesbians. I love how far we've gone from talking about anything of political substance to just playing Yuri Obby on Roblox. What is even happening right now? You know what's happening? Art is happening. We are learning about the beautiful art of Yuri on Roblox. Okay. Oh, is this like a choose side or you die? Okay, so this is the right side. You don't even die. This is such a friendly obby. If you choose the wrong side, you don't even die. I'm 10% done with Yuri obby. Honestly, this seems doable, guys. Shout out to the lesbians in chat. No, I don't know if I have a lot of lesbian followers, guys. That's a little concerning. Like only 13, like I think 83% of my audience are men based on my YouTube analytics, which is a little concerning. It's a little concerning. Okay. And apparently I've learned from other content creators having like that high of a male audience is normal. And I'm just like, really? Like why is online politics a little bit of a hot dog contest, you know? It's a bit weird. Keep confusing the lesbian flag and the bi flag. Lesbian flag is like pink. It's pink and orange, I think, which is like so basic. It's like conforming to gender norms. I love that. I love how the MLM flag is like toothpaste blue and green, and the lesbian flag is like pink and red and orange, and it's like, yeah, pink for girls, blue for boys. I love that. From ML to GL. So true. All right. I'm a quarter done. Guys, I'm like so good at Yuri Obby. Like they should I am so good at Yuri Obby is not a statement I thought would ever come out of my mouth. No, I will say though, this is just such an easy little game. When are we playing rooms indoors? You promised this to me 3,000 years ago. You know what? Give me a second, okay? I'm too busy doing Yuri Obby. Spiritually lesbian. You know, I will say it's a shame that yaoi obby is like it doesn't exist. It either doesn't exist or it's been banned. And I'm like, what is going on? What happened to yaoi? Okay, we need more yaoi representation. Okay, I will hit this next checkpoint. And just for you, just because you keep asking, I will play Rooms Indoors. I don't know what the heck this is. Rooms Indoors. Okay, I want to check real quick. How much audience have I bled by playing these random games? How many viewers are even in chat right now? Let me look this up. Spooky streaming socialist. Okay, we are down to 100. Thank you so much for my true followers. Is this the game y'all want? So for people who are saying play Rooms Indoors, is this the game you want? This one right here by CJ4. Okay, I'm gonna continue. I don't see anyone saying yes, so I'm gonna play Rooms Indoors, which is apparently a game that someone in my audience wants me to play really badly. Just play it, I promise you. If it's scary, I'm gonna shit my pants. Okay? I'm not very good with horror. Is there like a jump scare? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna turn up the audio. It's a little quiet. Okay. So we are in a boat. Play Bloons TD6. Okay, I'm in a boat. I'm in a boat. Am I like the sorority girl? I'm in a boat. We're in a boat. Okay, so I'm landing on port. Girl, you got me dead, Iceman. You're so funny. Wow, look at that. Look at the water render. That's pretty good. Rooms Indoors. Is this like a artistic little horror game? Like it's a very abandoned hope. You who enter. They yearn for what they fear for. Oh no, this is a horror game. Oh no, guys, I'm gonna shit my pants. This game is a remake of Rooms Plus, which is a remake of Rooms. How many layers of remakes are we on? It's a classic horror game with blank, blank, blank. Okay, jump scares, sudden flashes, sudden changes, flashing lights, loud noises, and anxiety-inducing situations. Please test your directional audio. Each selection should be loud and clear. Excuse me. Ideally, front and rear should be similar. Okay. You know, I'll say that they don't sound similar. First of all, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. I knew how to pronounce your name. Shit. You're like a patron that I messaged, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna pull up the Patreon message. I mispronounced your name on my last main channel video, and I still feel so bad for it. Let me pull that up. Let me pull it up. I'm not gonna mispronounce your name on stream. I'm gonna remember. Okay, so. Okay, it's Nevi. Netanyahu? Which pen says Netanyahu? You're so cursed for that. Thank you so much, Nevi. I appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted memberships. You know what? Before we get into the horror game, should we do a little bit of a this is not Israel Roblox. We're just playing some random games people in chat requested. So thank you so much, Nevi, for the gifted memberships. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the physics lesson. Is BB watching right now? Please. Look at this. I love breaking my VTuber. I want to do more. This is the real horror. This is the real horror. This is a physics simulator. Oh my god. This is awesome. I want to mess more with my VTuber. And you know what? Fun fact, guys. I am going to dye my hair. Well, I'm not going to dye it. I'm going to bleach my hair in like a few weeks. I'm going to let it grow out. I got a haircut like a few days ago. I'm going to bleach it and I'm going to have like white/blondish hair. So my avatar is going to change accordingly. And I'm going to be a blonde for the summer. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun, guys? Got 30 for my physics exam. I was like, dude, that's a bad score, but then I realized it was a joke. I hate jiggle physics because people only use it for shit like this. Wow, you're a physics hater. Physics is literally science. It's literally the movement of matter. Oh yeah, look at it. I'm breaking space-time. With how much I'm moving. I'm like physically bouncing right now. Look at that. Move harder. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I think that's enough of physics. Thank you so much, Neve. I appreciate that. Let me put these away until the next super chat, and let's get spooked with some spooky Roblox horror games. So you likely have an audio enhancement setting on your device. To combat this, you will be given partial deaf mode. Okay. A reminder, before you begin, this game is difficult and challenging. It's okay to fail. Sound is important to your survival. Stable internet connection is required. The UI in this game is designed to be minimalistic. Settings can be changed later. All right, let's start. Okay, I'm going to up the volume a little bit. Actually, wait here. I think something's loading. Oh. Is this like a Backrooms game? Mouse or E to interact with objects? Okay. Oh. Oh no, I'm scared. Okay, so what's going on? Press mouse 2 to flashlight. Okay, so right click. Okay. Okay, this isn't that scary, guys. What y'all made me think this was a scary game. This is fine. I'm just opening doors with a flashlight. Psh. Okay, let me speed things up. I'm gonna sprint through this. I'm gonna sprint through this. Whoa, what just happened? Okay, I'm not scared. You know, this blue, I'm exhausted. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have sprinted. Maybe that was a mistake. All right, I'm calmed down a little bit with the sprinting. You know, I am not scary, guys. I'm not scared at all. I'm locked in. Like, this is me on locked in mode. You know, I am not much of a gamer, sadly. Like, this is why I play Roblox games. I'm not playing Steam games, because, like, first of all, I'm on a Mac right now. I'm on my... Oh. What is this? Oh, why did I do that? I'm scared. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing that. Oh, I don't... Oh no, I'm scared. Okay. Lights came on. Can I exit or... Okay. Okay. I'm okay, guys. I'm just opening doors. I'm so scared, Spook. Can you hold my hand? Look, I am virtually holding your hand. I can't hold your hand, but you can't hold something else. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this on. Why not? Don't die. I'll be fine, guys. When you get to room 20, hide. You're scaring me. You're scaring me, Goober. Oh my god. Okay. Hide. Please get me in here. Oh my god. God, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. See? I wasn't even that scared, guys. Okay, let me get out of here. Psh, what even was that? Well. Okay, we're okay. Guys, I am like alone in a room right now. I am like freaked the fuck out. I'm a little baby. Oh my god. What's going on? Why is my vision... Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Okay, how do I get out of here? I'm scared. I'm actually shitting my pants. Let me get out of here. Give me, please. The Raider of Ramallah. The Raider of Ramallah. Oh my god, I'm scared. I am shitting my pants. No. Let me get out of here. Okay. Don't hide for too long. Okay. What do I do? So I've hit a dead end. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think I'm fine. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna cry, guys. Okay. I think I'm safe. Look for batteries. Your flashlight's gonna die. What? No. Oh my god. Okay. Let me put these away. I just lost the... I'm haunted by Gnome Hamburger. The ghost of Gnome Hamburger got me. That scared me. Okay, so multi-monster moves fast. Listen for it. Lockers are the safest option. So yeah, I can't hide too long, but I also need to hide whenever it pops up. That's goofy. I'm scared. I don't want to play this. I'm like I'm a scaredy cat. I'm sorry, guys. I'm I'm a bit of a baby. Okay, maybe I should play some scary games. Maybe I should play this. Yeah, he wouldn't handle amnesia. Dick Cheney jump scare. LOL. The Eternal Abyss. You know what? No scary games. Okay, we're gonna play some fun games. What's on the top Roblox? What's topping the Roblox charts right now? We have murder mystery, demonology. I love the slop that they force kids to play nowadays. You know, like what happened? Can we just talk about the social and economic state of the world right now? Why aren't they teaching kids something? You know, what are they teaching kids nowadays? Like how to merge a nuke, teaching them about flying people, a desert sandbox. Let's see, Apocalypse Rising. Wait, it's been a long time. I remember playing that a long time ago. The first game. I used to play that with my brother. No, guys, so fun fact, I used to play Roblox a lot. My brother, so despite being Asian, despite being Asian and Filipino, I am not that much of a gamer. You know, I mostly read books and fucking make videos and stream, hang out with friends. You know, I'm not that much of a gamer. I'm not like a League addict. So Roblox is pretty much my only gaming experience. I do play a bit of Minecraft. Maybe I'll do some Minecraft later. But I'm just like I'm just like, I feel like a fake Asian guy sometimes. I'm just like, I'm not a League addict, I'm not a Valorant addict. Whenever people make references, I'm just like, I don't really get the references. First on Al Aqsa playthrough. I'm scared of getting banned. Is that allowed on YouTube? Like, people kept mentioning that there's games made by the Palestinian resistance and games made by the Lebanese resistance. And I would like to play that, but I'm scared of getting zucked again because my channel has a permanent warning. My channel has a permanent warning from when it was banned. So, like, the moment I violate any community guidelines, quote unquote, I immediately get a strike and can't post for 7 days. So I need to be super extra careful. Is there a stereotype about Asians being gamers? At least for Asian guys, a lot of them are like Valorant addicts or like fucking what is it, Valorant or League? Let's see. Personal Ox is made by a Palestinian guy in Brazil. I know Bad Empanada played it on his live stream before, but I don't know if he's ever posted it or he did it on YouTube. Like, I wonder if he did it on Twitch or if he did it on YouTube. But what I will say is maybe I'll do like a patron special live stream and post it on the Patreon. Like, I'll post a little clip for free, and we'll see. Maybe it'll be a Patreon special one day. I'll look into it. I will look into it. Spooky Scary Socialist will be on the case. He will be on the case. I think he got punished for it. Yeah, like, didn't he get banned from Twitch or something? He did it on Twitch and got banned. Like, yeah. So I want to be careful. Like, worst case scenario, I'll just do it on a different platform somewhere and then post the highlights, question mark. The Bad Empanada video got taken down because of Tehila Klein. I remember that, the Raider of Ramallah. Oh my god. Is there any Ethan Klein games on Roblox? I don't see any Ethan Klein games. Is it Ethan Klein? Look at age 3. Hello Neighbor. I do not see any. Are there any YouTube games? He posted on YouTube, but then Ethan Klein got YouTube to take it down because he was saying he was looking. That's so funny. Be a YouTuber. Swing obby for YouTubers. Maybe I should spend Robux to get these YouTuber chains. The kids are too busy collecting brain rots. Giardia obby. Let's look that up. Giardia obby. Wow, what a disappointment. There's no Giardia obby. Nobody ever acknowledges the burps. I think people do. There's a little burp counter sometimes people got going on in chat. Too scary for YouTube. You know what? Let me find like, what? Isn't there no, because if I play a hide and seek game, everyone's gonna kill me. Because people will know where my hiding spot is. Let's see, the Eternal Abyss. Trust, not a horror game. Yeah. Avocado obby. I love that these are all just obby slop. Like, what can we have something intellectual here? And let me accept everyone's friend request. You know, I tried to mass accept them earlier, but then Roblox kept crashing. Yeah, like, see, it says something went wrong. So if you're getting mad at me for not accepting you as a friend, I think Roblox is like preventing me from having too many friends, guys. I don't think anyone who's playing Roblox has even heard of Ethan Klein. You never know, you know, he's trying to ban anyone from every platform, apparently. Yeah, like, see, friend requests aren't working for some reason. Don't know what's going on. Maybe I should verify my Roblox account. I don't know. But you know what I will do is, you know, since he tried to sue Wow, my thing is, I think, like, what, wasn't that a fake email, apparently? Like, Chris Kunzler also got a similar letter. Let me take a break from Roblox, guys. I do want to do some quick and dirty reaction videos, because I want to learn what the fuck is going on with the Wow situation. So let me do this real quick. We'll watch a few more videos, and then I think we'll call it a night. I think my energy is a bit low, sadly. Although I will say, you know, time for some bangers, everyone.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear a mask and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more.
You know, there is a way to make my VTuber do like different little like acts. And I'm thinking maybe I'll do like a little dance that my VTuber can do whenever we're listening to music. Maybe I'll like rotoscope someone dancing, and I'll put it into my VTuber program so I can do a little dance while banger music's going on. I'll do a little dance to the Vote song by the New York City Gay Choir. Vote, vote, vote! It's our moment. Gonna be voting. Gonna be voting. Whoa! Vote, vote, vote! You know, liberal music is good, guys. Liberal music is good. I hate to say it, it kind of bangs sometimes. You know, like, compare this to like Trump music, you know? Like what? Here, let me pull up the classic Trump music. So this is pro-liberal music that's like pro-vaccine, and then what? We got real women vote Trump. Like, I'm so sorry, the liberals for some reason have good music. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Let me make sure this isn't copyrighted and I'm not gonna get zucked. Okay, I think I'm not gonna get sucked if I do this. Okay, worst case scenario, it's just not gonna be available on replay. So this is what Trumpy MAGA music is like. So this is what liberal music is.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear a mask and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more.
And then this is what the MAGA people have to say. Actually poop from a butt. Let me pull up the Charlie Kirk, was it? They always said that Charlie Kirk was a... Let me do that. Okay, here it is. Is this it? Yes, it is. I don't think this is copyrighted either. This one is actually a banger. You know, maybe conservatives can make good music. They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi, and they celebrated after they killed him. It was good before he started singing. Okay, I won't sing. I'm sorry, guys.
They always said that Charlie Kirk was a Nazi.
Guys, this is hot heat. This is heat. You know, I talked to Overzealots. He was a music producer before he was a YouTuber, and he accepted my request to do a cover. He will help me produce a cover for the song, and it will be in an official main channel video. Maybe it will be at the end. So what I'm thinking of, I will have a trilogy for debunking every anti-communism argument ever video. And this is going to be at the end credits of that video. And we're gonna have little Porky and all the big brain Wojaks. They'll all dance in and a little dance party. Like the classic children's movies where they have all the characters do a little dance party at the end. So yes, Porky will be dancing to Sad Charlie, to Pray for the Left by Tom McDonald. Anyway, let me look at this Wow Mao video because people keep talking about it. I have not heard anything about it. My thing is, what is the lore with Wow Mao? Like, who is, like, first of all, who is he? Like, all I know is he's a Filipino and he does shit posts on occasion, but that's the only thing I know about him. Like, who is he? You know? Let me look at it. Let me play this video real quick. You know, this isn't gonna be clipped. I just wanna see what is going on with his lawsuit. So apparently this Wow Mao guy is saying that Ethan Klein is threatening to sue him, but apparently it's a fake cease and desist letter.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Wow Mao was a fellow edgelord of mine back in middle school, and you could not catch that kid going more than 2 class periods without throwing up Vape Nation gang signs, sneaking in a Papa Bless pose during class photos. Also, while waiting for the next prank invasion, it's time to stop video to drop from Ethan.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I lost the Wow Mao mask, bro. I can't fucking.
Wait, this is what he looks like? He just wears a mask? I don't know, dude. So some people are saying he's a leftist shit poster, but from what I know, he's a communist. Oh, so he's kind of like Batco, but like for communists or like for Maoists, kind of? I don't know. I mean, he has the word Mao in his username, so I assume he's a bit of a Maoist. If you ever thought H3 was funny, I have no respect for you. I love like the little nostalgia thing he did, where he was like, yeah, I was just, you know, when I was a kid, I was such a big fan of Ethan.
Find it, bro. Seriously, it's fucking gone. I don't know what to do. I got this Frankenstein mask I got for Halloween. Okay, guys, I just looked through my emails, right, bro? And I saw something that's a little bit interesting. Maybe you guys should know about this. Ethan Klein is going around suing people who has wronged him. And it's usually big names like Ian, Hassan. I don't know, someone.
I can't believe he dropped the lawsuit on iDubbbz, by the way, guys. That's awesome.
A streamer. I don't know anything about this shit. I don't know what Ethan is talking. I don't know the drama. So imagine my shock when I see I'm actually one of these creators being threatened with a lawsuit.
I'm pretty sure this email is not real. It's not actually from Ethan Klein. Like, Chris Kunzler got a very similar email, and he emailed the law firm that supposedly sent him a cease and desist, and they said it was a fake email.
From Ethan Klein. What did I do to this mother guy? What did I do to this guy? I don't want to say anything that gets me in more trouble now. I'm not good with the law. I'm not very smart. I don't know if sharing a cease and desist letter is a good idea. Anyway, guys, look at this fucking cease and desist letter. Hello, we are acting on behalf of Ethan Klein, who operates.
I will say, it is very impressive that bro managed to mask himself without a green screen. I'm like, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive videography.
It has come to our attention that you have published false and defamatory statements concerning our client, including but not limited to a video published on YouTube in which you implied that our client supports the genocide of Palestine. This allegation is false. A statement posted on X, formerly Twitter, falsely asserting that our client uses cocaine. This is categorically false and defamatory. These statements are defamatory per se, as they cause serious harm to our client's reputation. Accordingly, we demand that you immediately cease and desist from making or publishing any further false defamatory statements about our client. Dog. Provide written confirmation within 7 days that you have complied with these demands. Ow! Fuck, dude. Fuck! I'm gonna get sued by fucking Ethan Klein, bro! Please be advised that if you fail to comply, our client reserves the rights to commence legal proceedings without further notice, seeking damages, legal costs, and injunctive relief. That's 3 things he can sue me for, bro. What the fuck? Damages? Me? How you gonna sue me, bro? I got nothing. I'm broke as hell. What
So
the fuck
real.
you gonna get out of me? You gonna sue me into oblivion? I am working a minimum wage job at a fast food restaurant, bro. The fuck you gonna get out of me? You want $5 quid, bro? Please don't take my $5 quid, bro. I'm broke as fuck, Ethan. I want once got caught on TFL rail, right? I was using a rail card and that wasn't completely accurate. When they caught me, I just told them to kill me, bro. I can't pay a full fucking ticket, dog.
Just do it. Just fucking kill me, dude. I can't pay the fine, bro. Just kill me, bro.
My client uses coke. Listen, you can get around this by simply correctly and truly assuming that the client uses meth.
I'm not gonna do that, bro.
You can say he uses meth instead of coke. You can say he uses heroin instead of coke. You can say whatever. You just don't have to say coke anymore. Because you can't say, or you can't imply that he supports the genocide of Palestine. You can say he's a Zionist and that he probably doesn't mind the death of innocent. I would say something like that because they've already said this allegation is false and seriously damaging. But I don't know. I think you can say other shit.
Oh, no, sweet.
You can get away with that. You can also reply to this email right now. Actually, I think I will reply to it right now.
What?
I think
please, no, bro. Okay, I guess I gotta do it. So they're either telling me to take down the claims or retract. I'm gonna choose retract since you've given me the option. Ethan, you do not do cocaine. I'm sorry, bro.
Bro folded so fast. You know, fair. If you're broke and you do not want to deal with a lawsuit, that is fair to fold. Although once again, you know, folding for a fake lawsuit letter is kind of funny.
Dude, I take it back. I don't even know why I said it. It was 2 years ago. And also, you do not support the genocide in Palestine. I'm glad we cleared that up, Ethan. Ethan, you are one of my childhood heroes, bro. I fucking loved you as a kid. I spent all my time in fucking...
Bro, okay, this wasn't necessary, man. Like, was the Ethan glazing necessary, dude?
In recess, watching your videos. I love the music you put out, the little acoustic guitar songs that you made for Hila. I'd listen to that shit as a little kid. And I'm talking like 14, 15. My mind was developing, man, and you were a big part of it. Now you sent me a fucking cease and desist letter. You taught me I could have fun on the internet, dude. I thought you were so funny, man. Now I got a cease and desist letter from you. Shit, it is crazy how life. Hey, bro.
Phil Am Communist on Phil Am Communist reaction. He's kind of like me, you know, maybe, like, I feel like if I were to do IRL videos and I put on, like, a weird little mask or, like, I don't know, face wear, I feel like people would be less inclined to take me seriously. I feel like the cartoon or VTuber route is, I mean, it's also a bit silly and ridiculous, don't get me wrong, you know? I mean, like, look, I literally have this on, you know? Like, I feel like I'm just as silly and ridiculous, but I don't know. I feel mixed of people of putting on a mask. But anyway, let me watch the video.
Bro, let's not get too deep, bro. I retract my statements. Ethan, don't sue me for the love of God, bro. I'm broke as fuck, dude. Yo, you guys play the Wordle today, bro? Oh,
The Wordle.
Yeah, let's get it.
Wait, is this okay? It's 2 days ago, so it's not spoiling the Wordle.
This is my method. I've coined this method myself. So you start with sword, which is like pretty basic, but then you follow it up with unlit, which is like the other common words.
Is he literally just doing the Wordle?
What I then like to follow it up with is him. I got no idea what that means. Damn, my method sucks, bro. What the hell? What could this word be, bro? Beam? Beam? What? Beam? Leave. Beep. Beep.
Humongous what? Okay, so there's apparently an update. So I saw him say in an interview he admired the Filipino communist insurgents in some aspects. So I think he's a socialist. Maybe I should watch his episode on the deprogram. Because I do remember he had an episode there. I haven't watched a lot of deprogram episodes in a while. So there is an update 8 hours ago, apparently. So it says Ethan Klein case, Ethan Klein cease and desist update. Wow, 8 hours ago. So let's watch this because I want to learn more about this.
I still can't find my fucking mask, bro! Alright, guys. The email might be fake, actually. I just found out as soon as I uploaded that video. Apparently there's this, like, crazed H3 fan, right? Who's been sending a lot of people fake cease and desist letters, pretending to be a real lawyer. Like a real guy. It's a real guy's name in the email. I looked it up, but it's not him. Shout out to Chris Counselor for figuring that out, bro. Because it happened to him.
He's like, yeah, it was all fake. You know, I'm glad he's relieved. Although I will say, that kind of makes the whole last video kind of moot.
He spoke to the actual law firm that this email is representing, and they didn't send that shit. Sweet! Shout out Goku Naru for trying to look into it for me. I can't respond yet, but he'll probably turn up that it's probably fake. Thank you for everyone who's supported me. Thank you to Living Ironically in Europe for being on Ethan's side. A lot of you guys figured it out, actually, as soon as I uploaded the video.
And he's made a video claiming he's being sued by Ethan Klein. I don't care because I'm not a retard.
What the fuck?
So anyone falling for this is kind of a retard, including probably Wow himself.
Why did I fall for it? I don't know what a cease and desist letter looks like, bro. That's probably fucking real. Sounds like something he'd do. Ethan? Alright, you didn't send it, bro. You're innocent. You're not even watching this. You don't even exist anymore. And maybe you don't support the genocide of Palestine. But maybe you still like a cheeky bag. Oh, and also, I was lying about being broke. That was a bit for the video. Well time, bro. Alright, guys, let's get it. It's World's birthday.
Oh, no way. He's just gonna do the Wordle for the rest of the video. That's it? Come on. Be so fun. Okay, so people are saying I should watch some of his other videos. Let me pull it up. I mostly go to the program to watch jokes and stuff the three presenters will do, not for any actual analysis. Yeah, I feel like the occasional video is educational, but beyond that, it's mostly just, you know, the boys hanging out, having fun. What's this? Average Estonian versus Indonesian Twitter argument. Let me pull this up. People were saying to watch this. Okay, I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna read these messages. Yeah, I might get banned if I read these.
The small Chinese colonial island making issues for the world. You hate your own
Okay, never mind. They're just gonna read it for
identity
me.
so much that you do your best to laugh as an European Slavs.
The Republic of Indonesia is made up of tens of thousands of islands, hundreds of cultures and languages. Estonia is made up of beaten and onion slop-eating Hungarians who polished the cups of German horses for 1,000 years before being elevated to sapiens by the USSR.
Forever mowing at the fact you're Indonesian. Ha 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 ha.
Laugh it up, you ugly Hungarian maggot. Your destiny is to be obliterated into nothing by a Chinese dumping missile.
Will Estonia ever recover from this? God, I hope not.
You know, I still feel like I haven't learned more about what Wow Mao and his content is. It just seems to be like just shit posts, which, you know, I feel like that's fine. You know, I miss Batco, guys. Does anyone remember Batco? I mean, let me look up Batco. I think he disappeared for a long time. Okay, let me see. You know, Batco had a pretty good, what was it? He had a pretty good cover of one of these, like, songs. Here it is. Yes, the Tanky Anthem. Have y'all heard this? The Tanky Anthem that Batco made? He was like an anarchist shit poster a long time ago. And he made a parody to Let's Go. And it's like it's the Tanky Anthem, apparently.
Weary of the talks of Red Hungary, cause to tell you quite frankly, it was triggered on Tanky, and he said go, go, go.
I love all the little images he found for this video. Like, what is this? Is this like a deep cut that I'm not getting right now? I don't know what this is. He was like a lefty pole guy. I was never really on the lefty pole forums.
Cry in great song that Stalin did nothing wrong. The splitters deserved it. You're full of shit. Let's go.
Yeah, like a lot of these are like, I don't know, they're just like shitty remakes of like alt-right Nazi memes, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get fully on board with that.
Then another tanky chimed in. He said Holodomor did not happen. They are lies told against Uncle Joe, that deserved it, don't you know? And he said go, go.
I will say, what the funniest thing about the gulags is, like, I'm pretty sure this image is from the Muppets movie. Like, when you think of a gulag, or like, like this image of a gulag specifically is from the Muppets movie. That's what I love about, like, whenever you look up gulag, you usually think of like this image of like a fence and then the word gulag and a red star. This is from the Muppets, guys. But anyway, that's enough of reminiscing on old shit. I think I'm a little bit tired, guys. I am a little tired. How long have we been streaming? Oh my god, 3 hours, and I had an earlier stream for like 30 minutes. So I think I am going to end the stream here. Let me see how many viewers I have. I have oh wow, almost 200. I guess everyone's back from the Bad and Panada stream. Did his live stream end? Bad and Panada live. Let me look that up. Yes, it did end. Okay. But anyway, when next stream? I stream every week, guys. I usually stream on the weekends, either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday in the early afternoon EST. The Muppets Gulag picture was put in an actual documentary. Lame, keep streaming. Should I do a late night stream, guys? I'm tempted now. What should we talk about late at night? You know, this is Spooky Scary Socialist after hours. His stream crash, guys. Should we do ASMR? Should we do some ASMR or no? Fuck that. We're not doing ASMR, guys. Spooky Scary Socialist for grown-ups. You know, my channel is for grown-ups. Sorry, I'm blowing my nose. That was not a fart. I'm just blowing my nose, guys. Charlie Kirk roleplay. Tell a spooky story. I already told a spooky story about my gay friend from college who apparently is going on birthright to Israel, but he's too smart for the birthright people, and he has a notebook. And yeah, I already told that story earlier in stream. Maybe I'll make it a unique clip or something. I don't know. I don't want him to find out I run this channel though, and I'm shit talking him to like 100 people on stream. Because God, I still can't believe the audacity of that man. Movie Rex for the weekend. I just watched Leviticus. It was okay as a horror movie. It was okay. I give it like 3.5 stars. I like Leviticus. You know, I really liked Obsession. Obsession was really good. I liked Backrooms was okay. I give it like 3.5 stars. Backrooms was okay. And I really liked Exit 8. Exit 8 was surprisingly decent. So those are all horror movies. If you're not into horror, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you folks. I mean, maybe The Sheep Detectives. I did watch The Sheep Detectives. It was okay. It was a movie about sheep solving crime. I mean, what's there to talk about, you know? And I just hate the trend in movies where they just have like terrible CGI for animals. Like the worst, those are the worst trends in movies. What about grass cutting incremental? You know, would people want to see me cut grass for for another 2 3 hours, 6 or 7 hours? Or maybe I'll just look on YouTube and we can reminisce on old shit like we did with Batco. I don't know. Let me look at what stuff is on YouTube right now. Oh yeah, Noah Samson. Noah Samson has come up with some pretty good videos, honestly. Let's see. I'm not gonna react to them, but I will say, you know, pro-Israel propaganda, but make it trendy. And he's like responding to this random Israeli influencer. You know, it's a pretty good video and it's doing really well. I'm glad because I was concerned about his channel like getting screwed in the algorithm. But he's been doing pretty good. Watch Bay Area re-uploads. Ooh, that's a deep cut. You know, maybe I'll call it the end of the night, guys. I will call it the end of the night because people are probably leaving and I'm getting pretty eepy. You know, I will have clips ready in the intermittently. You know, I've been trying to do clips every day. So hopefully y'all will see this next morning. All the clips will be ready and lined up. But thank you so much. Thank you to channel members for coming. Thank you the gaming. Thank you the DNZ for sticking with me. Thank you the gaming for all your gaming recommendations. Thank you Marty fan. Thank you Gaga. Thank you Pedro Inte 6464. Thank you Revo Dumbo Rat. Dumbo Rat. Lanicia Prowlet. I always see you in all these streams, Prowlet. Mally Mate. Mimicry MRX. Iceman Malik. Dan Foxy. Casey. VVSTN. Crow Harder. Happy Pride Month, Communism M. And yes, thank you all so much. Have a great rest of your night, y'all. And I will see y'all next week if y'all want.